Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of The Shadow of the Silver Mane. We took a week break last time because some very busy IRL stuff happened with me. But before we get into our usual things, this would technically count as the 2-year anniversary of the Ephemeral Orb, which was the season 1 of this series. So happy anniversary to us. It's been a lot of fun DMing this campaign, and I hope the players have had fun as well. I hope. I don't know. You guys tell me if you have had fun or not.
Yeah, we've been having fun.
Been split up a lot. This is the split up.
Yeah, I was actually kidnapped and I'm forced to play this game every week.
Hmm?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to say that part out loud, but yeah.
Oh, sorry. You can get it out on post.
Sure. More work for me.
Wow, so ungrateful. I think you deserve like an extra 50 whippings for that one.
But
Maybe no skins or potatoes this time.
Yeah. Maybe your rations will be cut down to half the usual amount.
I'm not sure where this is going, but anyway, thank you for the encouragement, everyone, I suppose. But yeah, this is technically our 2-year anniversary. We've had quite a journey since then, and let's see how this journey will continue from this episode onward. So the usual reminder, dear viewers, this episode shall be posted on Skoll Shorties channel. The episode after that shall be posted on Sir Thompshire's channel, and all our links are in the description below. And the one after that shall be posted on my channel, Teeironor, and then back on Skoll's, and so on and so forth. Now, let's have our players introduce themselves as usual, and the dice say that we should start with the owner of the channel you are watching this on, Skoll Shorties. Please introduce yourself and your character, if you will.
Yep. Hello. I am Skoll Shorties, and I am playing the ogre pirate Captain Buhd, trapped in the Netherstorm, and is going to come home ogreless and sad and angry, probably.
Buhd come home. Okay. Thank you very much, Skoll. Next, we would have, according to the dice, DoomGoblin. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Yeah, I play Captain Bladebeard, who is the same character he has been for the last 2 years. And currently he is trapped and lost in the tunnels under Stormwind. And he bought the wrong color of dust.
I wouldn't say trapped, but...
Lost. He's
Sure.
lost.
Sure. And yeah, it's the wrong color of dust, but it's also the fact that it's not magical, the dust that you have. Though it is valuable, like monetarily, it's not magical. Good on you.
Great. Amazing.
Yep.
I needed yellow and I got purple.
Mm-hmm. You got indigo. Congratulations. Thank you very much, DoomGoblin. Next, according to the dice, we would have Sir Thompshire. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Sure. I, as always, will be playing Benjamin Aaran, the dimensional traveling self-sword that apparently is a terrible guide and takes us to the absolute worst place we could be in. But I guess it can't get any worse. I hope. I sincerely hope. Yes.
To be determined. We'll see. Thank you very much, Thompshire. And next, according to the dice, we would have Zelris. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself and your character?
Hi, I'm Zelris. I'm playing the exact same character I was playing yesterday. Last week. The week before. And actually, no, because I now have +1 in sneaky. Wow, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, that's it. Bye. That could have gone down.
Thank you very much, Zelris. So, Skoll, as the host of this episode, well, on YouTube and all that, your channel, yeah. Could you please remind us and the viewers what happened last time?
And probably.
I'm
All right.
I'm
let me.
sure you can.
I don't know. A meteor might hit the Earth while I'm doing this, and it'll hit right on top of me. I don't know.
D&D in
Okay.
real life.
Yeah. I got a 0 somehow. Not just a 1, but a 0.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
All right.
you never know. You never know.
You never know. I mean, there's a dice that probably has a 0 on it. It's out there somewhere. Divided, our heroes continue to face an ever-increasing amount of danger. Captain Bladebeard, having just knocked Sin Lyri Empresario unconscious with the Plagueborn Death Knights for transportation of the ogres from Stormwind. As he and John carrying Lyri then left the scene and the Blood of Narub sailed off, the ship was soon destroyed in a massive green explosion. Seeking to get back to Outland to help the other half of the party, Bladebeard bought dust from one of his contacts in the military. Unfortunately, later revealed to be non-magical indigo, and entered the underground tunnels trying to get to the Dwarven district. John stayed behind on the captain's orders, hiding with Lyri, but was soon discovered and arrested by the guards. As for the Blood Elf, she woke up just as she was being surrounded by guards and briefly summoned twice by Gilgamesh. Because of her circumstances, she decided to surrender herself to the void possessing her, which resulted in dozens of Stormwind guardsmen and mages getting slaughtered. Their numbers would have still overwhelmed the void-possessed Lyri had it not been for the intervention of 2 powerful hooded humans, also affiliated with the Shadow. With the authorities temporarily driven off, Lyri managed to regain control of herself, decided to hide the ogres underwater, and went with the 2 figures through a portal leading nearby. Meanwhile, Benjamin Aaran and Captain Buhd, along with Satea, continued to wander east of the Netherstorm. The Necromancer was almost killed after the group stole a swarm of mana worms. The party's luck didn't get any better as they soon reached a landmark, the base camp of their Ethereum adversaries. They were spotted by the sentries and had to face off against one of the Nexus Lord Teeironor's lieutenants, Retriever Sarik. Coincidentally, the one who had kidnapped the ogres back in Stormwind. After a difficult battle with Satea once again knocked unconscious, our heroes managed to slay the Retriever and drive the remaining sentries off, enough time to escape back into the wastes.
Thank you very much, Skoll. We briefly discussed before starting the episode that we should check up on Captain Bladebeard first, since he's slightly behind the timeline. I think is how Zelris put it. Basically, stuff has happened while Captain Bladebeard was away, inactive, let's say. DoomGoblin, are you with us?
Yeah.
Okay. I suppose the first thing, as you're wandering the tunnels, again, just for context sake, you're wandering the tunnels, you've realized that you're pretty much lost. The only thing you have to like serve as a light is your hourglass, which because you wanted a torch, it's projecting the image of a torch.
Yeah, amazing.
Yep. Now, as you're wandering, because you always feel the presence of Lyri in your mind. Well, I should rephrase. You always know where Lyri is in the back of your mind because of a stunt you used a while back. So
Yeah, in season 1.
no, actually, quite recently. Because you wanted to know, like, she teleported to another storm. You
Oh
wanted
yeah. Because she stole the necklace.
Also that, yeah. Also that.
I want to know where the thief is. I didn't even want to know where Lyri is. I didn't know it was her.
Yep.
I thought this was when we were in Booty Bay, but no, yeah.
So, as you're wandering, again, constantly in the back of your mind, not super intrusive, but it's the occasional blip. Oh yeah, Lyri's over there. No. Oh yeah, Lyri's over there. Now, all of a sudden, Lyri is hundreds of kilometers to the northeast. Which has happened before, funnily enough.
Great. I'm going to try to ignore that.
And all of a sudden, you can no longer tell where Lyri is.
Oh, great. Amazing. So it no longer bugs me.
And after 10 or so minutes, you once again get the bleeps of, oh, Lyri's over there. This time you can tell, oh yeah, she's somewhere in Stormwind Harbor.
Oh, it's back. Alright.
And after a minute or two, you suddenly feel her probably teleport. She is like several hundred meters to your south instead of to your west.
Alright. Again, I'm just trying to ignore the feeling.
So, as you continue wandering the underground, do you look for any... Well, obviously, you said you were looking to head to the Dwarven District, but like anything else in particular, or do you do anything, etc., etc.?
Maybe if I can find any alcohol around.
Give me a careful, I guess. But I'll tell you right now, it'll be a difficult roll. No, but you think you hear rats.
Makes sense. I guess I'll try to find an exit.
Sure. As you resolve yourself to continue looking, you hear a rumbling to your right. Like, it sounds like it's coming from behind the wall.
Can I try to listen if I can hear something more specific?
Sure, but before... Yeah. Sure. Give me a careful, please. Sounds like someone's voice as they're struggling with something. Like, it sounds like they're struggling with, like, either like an enemy or a heavy object or something like that.
Alright, I'll... Is it something close? It's behind the wall.
Yeah, it's behind the wall. And if you can hear it, it probably means it's close.
Alright. I'll tell the hourglass to play a memory of something dimmer. Is the glow always the same? Or does it change if I want, like...
The glow, as far as you've experienced, has always been more or less the same.
It doesn't matter. I want it to play a memory of slightly less lit up torch.
The memory of the torch, the flame dims, but the light itself does not.
Alright. I'll kinda slowly, sneakily try to go towards the sound.
I mean, it's You're in a straight tunnel and it's coming from behind the wall to your right.
I try to press a brick.
You try to press a brick and you feel it like push back against you. And all of a sudden that brick like flies off and you see someone emerge from the wall like they've been digging and pushing their way through with just brute strength. This individual.
Oh,
Does Bladebeard speak Dwarven?
yeah. That's the only except for common that he knows.
You, one in dream. He dusts himself off as he emerges from the wall, and if you were to look behind, you see that he's like brought a path of destruction through the underground.
Do I recognize who this is?
Above board, Bladebeard would know who this is. And I don't want to say more in case you don't want to reveal more.
Hello, I say in Dwarven.
Salutations. And he stares at you. And is he breathing through his mouth? Yeah, you think he's breathing through his mouth. As he just stands there staring at you.
Are you who I think you are?
I am Aaran, terror of flesh.
Oh, yeah. I heard stories about you. What are you doing here?
He points at you.
You came to
I am
kill me?
oath-bound. I am oath-bound.
Oh wait, are you from the card? Are you my magical guardian because of that card that I pulled?
I know magic. I'm a dwarf. But Bladebeard, you would know as you say that. Yeah, this is the guy. But apparently he doesn't know, like, why he's serving you.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I heard a lot of stories of your battles and adventures. Are you alright?
I? He's just like staring at you, like breathing through his mouth, like you know that like 1,000-yard stare that like really dumb people have.
Yeah, probably Bladebeard sometimes have it too.
I did not say anything of the sort. I'm just saying that that's what this guy's expression is.
Alright, Gurin. I am Captain Bladebeard.
I know.
Oh, you heard about me too?
No?
Huh.
I am oath-bound.
Alright. Amazing. Well, welcome to my crew, matey.
Stares at you.
Alright, let's get out of these tunnels. Being underground isn't really for a dwarf. I guess it is. Not for me.
Stares at you.
Or I look at the tunnel that he made. Is there a light
No.
at the end of the tunnel?
No.
Can I like go the way that he made.
Sure, you can. I will say, because yeah, he emerged from your right, etc. That would lead you closer to Lyri. Like you would know Lyri's over there, Lyri's over there. You seem to be heading in the same direction.
Sure.
Okay. So you proceed through the holes in the wall that Gurren has made, apparently like almost in a straight line, like heading towards you. Do you like just follow the holes in the wall, or when it reaches actual tunnels, do you follow those tunnels?
No, just the holes that he made.
Sure.
I assume he came from above ground. So if I follow the holes, I'll reach his entrance point.
Sure. And he follows you. And as you continue going, you see several dead, undead, no pun intended, as well as several cultists. Now you notice that his weapon is slightly bloody. Go figure.
Yeah, I'll search for gold or alcohol on the corpus.
Be careful. The undead don't have anything. The cultists, you'll probably be able to find like some spare copper.
Sure. I'll take and leave the rats for the rats.
Spoils? Not your spoils. Mine.
Well, you are all bound to serve me, right?
Spoils go to killer. Mine.
Yeah, I guess, but with pirates, we do it differently. We share the booty.
Stares at you and then says, spoils go to killer. Mine.
Fine. Take the coppers.
Do you hand him the copper?
Sure.
Takes it, looks at it, inspects it, and then begins like popping them like candy.
Eating them?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You need that iron in your system. That's healthy.
This is copper.
Sure.
Crunch, 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 crunch. Pops another one. Continues staring at you.
I'll just turn around and start walking again. And I'll no longer loot the corpses.
Sure. He follows along behind you, having sheathed his weapons. And at a certain point you reach like what seems to be an underground sewer. Like a larger chamber. Can you give me a careful to like find your bearings? Okay. You hear movement from your left, let's say.
Was anyone else here when you got to the sewer?
Aye.
Do you remember who?
Aye?
Then who?
Bone things and robe people. Aye. Kill them all.
Alright. Can I see any exits?
With that roll, no, you cannot.
I'll continue moving then.
I will say you're in a bit of a larger chamber. To your right, you feel the pinging of Lyri. To your left, you don't, obviously. The sound, like the movement, is coming from, like, in front of you. And behind you is obviously the way you came.
Yeah. Let's go right. No. What was the way that Lyri was?
Right, above board.
Then I'll go left.
You go left, and are followed by Gurin. What's that sound? Who's there? And you hear the rattling of bones.
Keep it quiet. We are sneaking around, alright?
Sneaking? No, Gurin does not sneak. As he draws his weapons and charges in the direction of the bone rattling. And he lets out a blood-curdling scream. As you also hear... Yeah, you can now tell it's undead from the, like, moans they let out that are preparing to fight back.
I guess I'll...
You'll what, sorry?
I'll join him. Follow him.
Sure. Going in initiative
Even though
order.
he was supposed to follow me.
Going in initiative order, you're quicker than him, so you go first.
Alright, undead look like they're going me or...
What was the question, sorry?
Do undead look aggressive?
Yep. They're moving forward, weapons in hands. They clearly seem hostile.
So I assume they're not Sateas. Or maybe they are, they just don't know who I am. I'll pull out my sword and attack one.
How do you do that?
I run towards it and attack it before he can notice that I'm there.
Give me a quick, please. You definitely hurt this undead, but it's not quite done. On their turn, you see that there's like 4 or 5 undead from your count. They will probably try to fight back against you. How do you defend yourself?
I'll try to dodge their attacks.
Give me a quick. You successfully dodge. Gurin's turn. He comes barreling in, roaring out a battle cry. I'm not even sure if that's an axe or a mace. You tell me, DoomGoblin. In hand, swinging it. Let's see how he does. Would you like to roll for him?
Sure. And I guess he's attacking forcefully.
Yep. He takes out one undead. Would it be the one that you went for, or a different one?
Let's say different one.
Sure. Your turn.
And I think that's like a half hammer, half axe. Like one side is a axe blade and one is a hammer. But in game it's considered a mace. Two-handed mace.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a mace.
Sure.
All right, I'll once again try to attack a skeleton before it can prepare to defend.
Give me a quick. Is it the one that you already wounded or a different one?
Yeah, sure.
Then you also dispatch that one. 3 left. As they try to attack Gurin, who's just barreling in.
Alright, he'll defend forcefully.
Yeah, I think he will too. Did the roll show up for? Oh, okay, yeah.
11.
Would you like to name Guren's advantage, or would you like me to?
Bones.
You cut out for me. Could you please repeat that?
Breaker of bones.
Sure. And you decide if he can pass the advantage back to you. Okay. That was the undead. Guren's turn. You're in control of him.
Alright. He'll once again forcefully try to break the bones of a skeleton.
Sure.
$11 again.
Okay, so 9. He kills 2 of them in one blow.
Amazing. Bladebeard is like very surprised.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your turn.
Alright, I'll throw a dagger at the skeleton.
Give me a quick. Yeah, you wound one, and yeah, it's not going to concede the fight. It will attack probably you, Bladebeard. How do you defend yourself as it lunges for you?
I'll jump back.
Give me a quick. You do. You create an advantage, but I think Guren will finish the job. Or would he?
Yeah, let's just end the battle. He will try to crush the skull of the skeleton.
Give me a forceful. Yep. You, as the skeleton makes a lunge at you and like trips as you step back, Guren pops up, like runs up to it, and how exactly does he crush its skull? With his weapon, with his bare hands?
Let's say with the hammer.
Sure. He does so. The undead have been very quickly dispatched, and he turns around, like shuffles around, like, you know, the like shuffle animation when your keyboard turn, to like, and looks at you and just stares.
Whoa, that was impressive. Yeah.
Aye?
Alright, Gurin. Let's find a way out of the sewer. Do you remember where you came in? Which way it was?
From... there was darkness and tunnels. I think there's undead on the under Stormwind.
Very perceptive of you.
Aye.
Alright, let's find the light then. We don't want more darkness. Although it's probably nighttime, right? So
I haven't seen I haven't seen a priest.
Good. Alright. Yeah, let's continue searching for the way out.
We're searching? Okay.
Oh, do you already know the way out?
No.
Then I guess we need to search for it.
Stares at you.
Alright, I'll do the searching and thinking. You just do the crushing and smashing stuff.
Aye.
Heal? Aye.
Stares at you.
I'll continue going left.
Sure. Before we see what happens there. Shall we check up on Lyri?
Sure.
Actually, wait.
Go ahead.
I'll take a rest. I have a bunch of things that will heal if I rest, right?
Yep.
Alright, I'll take a breather, like sit down.
In the sewer. Sure.
Sure. Somewhere dry.
I mean, yeah, the issue isn't the dryness, the issue is the smell. But sure.
Yeah, I get it, yeah.
Just... Can you give me a careful as you sit down to take a rest? Okay. With that roll, you will not be disturbed unless like Lyri does something that would involve disturbing you, I guess. So you will take your rest, a brief rest, and your stress and level 2 consequence will go away. And you like sit down, take a breather, pantsless, one boot short, and Guren just like walks up to you like too close for comfort and just looks down at you and stares, not saying anything.
Bladebeard will just kind of look away from him and ignore him.
He will continue doing that for as long as you sit on the ground, not changing what he's doing whatsoever.
Great.
Yep. So, shall we check up on Lyri?
Sure.
Okay. Zelris, you went with these two people, the shadow people, through the portal that they specifically the guy conjured up, and as you emerge from the portal, you find yourself in the underground tunnels of Stormwind. But can I get a careful roll from you? Oh, okay. Yeah, you know exactly where you are in the underground tunnels of Stormwind. This is where you threw yourself on Zalatath.
Great. Wonderful. Lyri is unnerved by this fact, but she'll continue onwards.
Well, as you emerge there, and the two people are also there with you, the guy will ask, "Do you feel the power in this place?"
I've been here before.
"We know," says the woman. The shadow knows you well, Sin Lyri Ember Sorrow.
Lyri will just give her a blank stare and nod.
The guy will say, "You need our guidance. You need to master these new powers for the betterment of the true masters of the world."
Indeed I do.
"I advise you," says the woman this time. "We will be quite aware of any attempts at trickery."
Why would I intend to trick you? I'm here for learning.
The guy will say nothing for a couple seconds and then will say, "Do you truly know what has happened to you, Sin Lyri Ember Sorrow?" "Do you truly know why we've come?" says the woman this time.
Not particularly.
"You have felt the call of the shadow before, yes?" says the woman.
Yes.
With the artifact, two of them even, says the man, and then the woman would say, "And with the denizens of Koresh, correct?"
Others be assuming that's Ethereals.
This time it is different," says the woman, and the man says, "You're no longer touching the void. You are part of the void." And
Part of the void.
And before your very eyes, these two, both of them, will transform as I put stuff on screen. Where did I put... Oh, there's the folder. Both of them will transform into these things that I hope popped up on screen.
Yep.
Yep, and I will say that obviously Lyri can react in whichever way she'd like, but there's a part of yourself that's not surprised by this. Like, you already kind of knew this.
Yeah, I mean, they were kind of wearing scary-looking robes. Impressive.
You are of the void as well, says the one that was the man, and the one that was the woman says... This time they're like speaking directly in your mind because they don't have lips, for lack of a better term. And the other one says, "We are kin, and we will teach you how to use your power before you truly surrender yourself to its will."
Lyri will affirm them.
And then they will turn back into their humanoid forms.
You know, something like that would be really useful for me right now.
It would, says the woman, and the man says, help you stay infiltrated, help you deceive your friends until their true awakening."
Yes. I can't be walking around with such a big target on my back, can I?
"No, you cannot," says the woman, and the man says, "Then try and disguise yourself."
Lyri will, I guess, try and figure out if she could try and disguise herself.
Give me a clever with your stunt applying. Okay, that is a good roll. You do remember, like, the mages in Quofalas. Obviously, you are not like a mage yourself. Well, not like a fully educated one, I should say. But you do remember that, like, among the various spells of the mages of Quofalas, there were like some disguise self options, if that makes sense. You don't think it's what these two people mean, but it could be a start.
Okay, Lyri will try and use that on herself to make her skin pale and not purple.
Can you give me a careful, I suppose? Oh, that's a good roll. And you manage to achieve that temporarily. Surprising probably even yourself. It's probably the first time you've used such a spell. But then a couple seconds later you revert to the void form. And the man says, "You are now of the void." And the woman says, "Using other sources of magic will not be as effective." And the man then says, "What you knew to do before, now tap into the power of the shadow."
Okay, Lyri will try and do the thing she did before, but into the power of the shadow.
Give me a careful.
Okay.
You do not succeed. The man lets out a snarl, and the woman says, "Pathetic." "It is hard to believe we are kin," says the man.
I'm not used to using this kind of magic.
"Clearly not," says the woman. The man says, try again. Focus. Give yourself into the void if need be.
Can I try and make an advantage for this?
Sure. Give me, for the advantage, maybe a clever, I suppose, because it's like the preamble stage of this of the spell. With your stunt applying, I'd say that's sufficient. Do you have a name for that advantage?
I guess concentration.
Sure. I will say, because of your role, these guys, like, obviously tapping into the void sounds kind of vague, but then you remember, because it's a clever role, that these guys said you're technically of the void now. You belong to the void, so maybe you already have that power within yourself. Like, arcane power typically taps into like the outside world or an outside source. This would probably mean like tapping more so into yourself, or something that's very directly connected to you, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And would you like to try again, or?
I would like to try again.
Sure, give me a careful. Okay, with this new with this new knowledge, you're able to seamlessly transform yourself to look however you'd wish. Like, you're not even because you got a very good roll. You're not even limited to like appearing as a blood oath, if that makes sense.
Lyri will, since she got such a good roll, she will make herself look as she did back in Quothanes, of nice hat and a pretty little tiara.
God damn it, I don't think I've uploaded that model that you've made.
Nah, just for like lore reasons, I guess. It'd be cool.
Sure. For the viewers, would you like me to feature your render on screen?
Sure. I can put it in the Discord for other people's.
Mm-hmm. Please do, because I forgot to upload it, because I didn't think we'd need it so soon, if that makes sense. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let me write a note on that end. And as you transform yourself, the man says, good. And the woman says, a relic of your past?
Indeed.
Weakness.
Well, I just wanted to try it out one last time.
Your past is a tool, says the man. And the woman says, use it for deception, for convincing others. And then the man will say, but do not tie yourself to it.
Noted.
Can you give me a clever with your stunt applying? This is pretty much... You remember, like, when you gave yourself into the void and you managed to take back control. The reason you managed to take back control was because you, like, grounded yourself. And these guys are basically saying, no, don't ground yourself, like, give yourself fully to the void. Like, their advice would mean losing yourself, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Lyri will note that.
Mm-hmm. And also above board, I forgot to mention this. This was like the story reason I gave you a point to quote unquote level up, to like catch back up, because you figured out like a way to ground yourself to resist the void's influence. Make sense? You did that last episode. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. And now they will say, so try more of your former powers, says the woman. And the man will then say, but tap into your true power this time. You'll find it easier.
Lyri will try and I guess avoid Buhd, like wall or something.
A void bolt, you said?
Yeah.
Sure. Give me a careful, let's say. Or forceful, I leave it up to you. You start forming the magic, but it dissipates in your hands. You're probably like thinking too much of like creating a classic fireball or something, and that's probably why you failed. Disappointing, says the woman. But not unexpected, says the man. We'll have to make do, says the woman, and the man says, Indeed, we will. What are your plans going forward?
Well, I need to bring Stormwind to the ground.
Why, says the woman. Explain, says the man.
Well, the pursuit of knowledge is really great, and I just want to get my hands on some books, perhaps, and learn some unsavory things, mayhaps.
Then do so, says the woman, and the man will say, "You belong to the shadow, as do we. We'll always be in touch."
Thank you. If you ever need me for anything, just give me a call.
Avoid the others, says the woman, and the man says, "They have a flawed vision. As do you, brother. As do you, sister."
If you ever need anything, just give me a call.
They give you a nod, and then the man specifically conjures up a void portal, and the sister would step in, and then the man will say, "We will come back to look for you." We already will know where you are. Over here, or he like points to the sky, well, upwards, and says, or on the other planet, or wherever you may go.
Lyri will nod.
And then he will step through the portal. You're still in your like quote unquote Quel'Thalas form, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. You feel confident enough that, like, because you succeeded before, probably like after one or two more tries, you feel like you've got this like transformation thing down to a T. Like, and again, you wouldn't be limited to just blood elves. And yes, this is kind of competing with Benjamin's stunt, I'm not going to lie, but I will say that it has some disadvantages compared to Benjamin's stunt that I will not reveal, obviously.
Okay.
Okay, so now you find yourself alone in these pitch black tunnels. What do you do?
Well, there's nobody around. Might as well try out some new things. Lyri will try and see if she can void a tap in it.
Could you please repeat that last part? Just it cut out for me.
Lyri will try and recite the mana tap spell, but try and voidify it and kind of pull from that source of power and see what happens.
I don't think like a roll would be required or anything, because the mana tap isn't. It's not really a spell that like needs a source of energy to be cast, if that makes sense. It's just a drain, and your void powers, like, you feel that with the touch of the void, you can make that drain more powerful, and perhaps like with the touch of the void, it could also mean that instead of just draining someone, you also like corrupt them with the void, if that makes sense, to an extent. Obviously not necessarily entirely, on a case-by-case basis. Make sense?
Makes sense.
So if you, because we did talk that you might like voidify your stunts, and yes, this was partly what the two were trying to teach you before, but if you decide to voidify your mana tap, it would probably like work the same way except slightly stronger, and also have like a corrupting touch on the target, which if it's another void thing might backfire like more than usual.
Makes sense to me.
So I would ask, we can do this like right now, like mid-session if you'd like, but would you like to change your mana tap to like a void mana tap, or are you keeping it as is?
I'm keeping it as is for the time being.
Sure thing. Sure thing.
Well, you learn new stuff every day. Lyri kind of looks around in the cold, horrible, dark catacombs.
Elves have a tiny little bit of night vision. Outgoing elves more so than city elves like you. But even so, it's pitch black. It's hard to tell anything. And all of a sudden you hear a strong dwarven roar that you don't recognize from one of the tunnels.
Maybe the Silver Mane. You know, that down here.
Silence. Well, actually give me a careful. Okay, with that roll, after the strong dwarven roar, you hear sounds of fighting, and because you got like a very good roll, you think there's another voice, but you're not sure.
People down here could have information on the Silver Mane. I'll get them. Lyri will start trying to move in the direction of the roar.
Could you give me another careful, please?
Sure.
You make progress, but it will probably take you. Actually, I should ask DoomGoblin. Are you still with us?
Yeah.
How long are you resting for? I'll say you'd need probably like at least 20 to 30 minutes to like recover your stress and consequence.
Sure. 20 minutes.
Sure. And then, yeah, I think with that roll, I will say you feel Lyri getting closer to you. Lyri. Well, actually, let's see if Bladebeard reacts in any way to Lyri getting closer.
Oh, Lyri is getting closer. She's a purple elf girl. Don't attack her, all right?
Night
Unless
elf.
I tell you to.
Night elves are alliance, no attack.
Yeah, smart. But
Aye.
also, don't attack people in general unless I tell you to, all right?
Stares at you. And
I'll take that as a yes.
And then says, but if they're evil, then kill.
Yeah, but I am very good at knowing who's evil and who's good, all right?
If I see someone evil, I kill.
Yeah.
Aye.
But don't kill Lyri unless she's evil. We'll find out soon. Alright?
Aye. He's still like standing right next to you, looking down at you.
Yeah, I'll stand up.
He looks at you. slightly taller than you.
Yeah, if he becomes evil, I get a +2 because he's taller. All right, amazing. Yeah, I'll wait for Lyri, or actually, I'll go towards her.
Sure. I'll ask both of you, Lyri and Bladebeard. Do you have a light source?
I have the hourglass.
Lyri does not, because she assumes void stuff will make the light even darker. So
Fair enough. So eventually, Lyri, you'd make your way into, like, from tunnels, you'd exit into an underground sewer. And as you were to look, yeah, because the light would be fairly noticeable, you'd see Bladebeard holding up the hourglass that's producing the image of a torch. Not letting out a lot of light, but still some light. And he's accompanied by a taller dwarf.
you've got to be kidding me. At least he won't recognize me. Maybe I can get some useful information out of him.
Hey, Lyri.
You don't see Lyri.
Oh, but I do feel her.
Oh, that's true. My bad.
Sure, I yell out anyway.
You do sense that she's nearby. And you know where she is. Like, oh yeah, she's behind the corner over there. If that makes sense.
Lyri will immediately tense up. How?
Hey, Lyri, says the dwarf.
How does... Lyri will kind of turn the corner and walk towards them.
You're in your quote-unquote Quofalas form?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Clearly
you
must
are...
have me mistaken for someone else.
This not Lyri, she not purple.
Aye, and she's blonde again.
Again?
Aye.
Is she evil? Are you evil?
He says in Dwarven.
Aye. Above board, yes. He says all that in Dwarven, so Lyri has no idea what she says other than Lyri.
What are you doing down here, dwarf?
Are you evil? Answer me.
Pirates! Do you know anything about the Silver Mane?
It's Lyri, it's me, Captain Bladebeard.
You have him mistaken for someone else. I don't know who this Lyri is.
Really? But, you kind of look like her, and, you know, kind of... Yeah, I think you're her. I'm pretty sure.
In your mind, you know it's her because you're constantly told, Lyri's over there, and over there is several paces in front of you.
Well, anyway, I'd like to accompany you out of this place.
Alright. I saw you getting arrested, so glad you escaped. Is John with you?
Who are you? Who's John?
Oh no. Are we doing Memory Lost Arc? Have you lost your memory? I'm Captain Bladebeard. Alright, what's your name? Do you remember that?
My name is Eshi.
Kayeshi. But you're supposed to be Lyri.
Is she evil, Captain Bladebeard? Should I break her skull? Says in Dwarven.
No, not yet.
What's he saying?
Just nothing. There's probably some weird magic stuff.
By the way, like, Zelris, the same description I gave to DoomGoblin, like, this guy is just, like, staring like almost unblinkingly at you, breathing through his mouth with that dumb look. You're immediately tell this is an unintelligent person.
Oh yeah, Gurin, can you sense any magic or like or something?
Sense? Magic?
Yeah, just try.
Can you give me a roll from Gurin's everything else?
Alright. Let's say this is clever or careful.
Yeah. Gurin lets out a fart.
You know what?
Alright.
My done dwarf. Neri will turn around and start to walk away.
Do I kill her?
Wait. What are you doing here, Kari? Why can I sense you? Why can I know where you are? Not Lyri. Did she somehow take my spell from her? What's going on?
Neri would turn around.
You're a blood elf, obviously. What are you doing in Stormwind? Green ice is blood elf and blue ice is high elf, or is the other way around?
Neri would try to do the disguise spell again to make her eyes blue.
No roll required. Bladebeard, her eyes turn blue. Gurin unsheaths his weapons and says, "Magic."
Sorry, I was mistaken. I thought your eyes were green.
I wanna compel Bladebeard.
Sure.
I wanna compel stab. Since, his mentality is all about stab. Maybe for some reason he's completely convinced that this person in front of me killed Lyri and somehow took this spell connection from her.
Sure. I'll take that.
Sure. Here's one of Benjamin's fate points.
Wait. I think that she killed Lyri.
Yeah, you're somehow convinced that this person killed me. Somehow got this connection thing.
Yeah, she killed Lyri and then ate her heart. And that's why I
If
can
you
feel
want.
her.
Yeah, sure.
That's why I can feel her instead of Lyri.
Exactly, sure.
I'll just pull out my sword.
Gurin
Elf.
Gurin already has his weapons out. Go continue.
I don't know who you are, but you're gonna die.
What?
I charge and attack.
Okay. So we will now enter initiative order. Bladebeard and Lyri, you guys have the same quick, but because Bladebeard acted first, I'd like to have him go first. Then Lyri, then will be Gurin's turn. Fun, a fight that's entirely controlled by the players and that I have no input in. So, Bladebeard goes first. What does Bladebeard do?
Yeah, charge and attack.
Sounds forceful or quick.
Let's go with quick.
How does Lyri defend herself?
She will move to like she's about to parry. The last minute, she will blink away to make him attack too early.
Sounds quick or sneaky. Lyri gets an advantage. Also, is this a arcane blink or a void blink?
A void blink. Let's have some fun.
Sure. What would you like your advantage to be called?
she avoided me?
I guess, Power of the Void.
Sure. Your turn, Lyri.
Lyri will again attempt to do the disguise spell and taunt Lyri from season 1 when they first met in Westfall.
You do that, no roll required.
Look, it's me. Don't you remember me, Bladebeard?
Gurren lets out, like, just for context's sake, Gurren lets out a battle roar. And I think DoomGoblin, he would also prepare to charge, because Captain Bladebeard charged in. But this is just to describe the narrative. You guys continue.
Yeah, I will not be fooled by your illusions, Karish.
I'm Lyri, Sinilary Ambassador.
A moment ago, you were not.
I ate charcoal and put it in Benjamin's mouth. No, wait, Benjamin tried to make me eat charcoal and I put it in his mouth.
Above board, Thompshire decides when the compel ends.
It's too soon.
Above
Too
board,
soon.
Bladebeard wasn't there when they kissed with charcoal stuff.
I don't remember either. It's fine.
What did you just say with charcoal?
Never mind. Lyri will.
You will not fool me, fool.
Lyri will, looking at Gurren or whatever, will attempt to disguise herself as him instead.
Yeah, you do so, but it's still your turn. What's your action?
Lyri will, I guess, create an advantage by teleporting right next to him, so Bladebeard gets confused.
Give me a... sounds like a sneaky advantage. Not quite.
Oh, no.
But yeah, you teleport right next to Gurren as he's about ready to charge. And he comes face to face with himself. DoomGoblin, I'd like your advice. How would Gurren react to seeing himself?
So he sees himself and Bladebeard in front of him.
Mm-hmm.
He's not sure which one is Lyri. He sees two dwarves.
Would he pick one to attack, or would he just sit there confused? What would his action be in this situation?
I feel like attacking is more fun one. But can he sense Bladebeard at all times? Or is the magic just he founds me?
Give me Romy Gurren's other thing. Careful. He thinks Bladebeard's Lyri.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I guess he'll attack Bladebeard.
Yeah, he lets out a furious roll and attacks Bladebeard. Could you roll me Gurren's Forceful, and how does Bladebeard defend himself?
He'll try to dodge.
Give me Bladebeard's Quick. With your stunt applying. So that's 3 points of damage with your stunt. And
Yeah.
Gurren yells out just like an incomprehensible battle cry and yells, "For Captain Bladebeard!"
I am Captain Bladebeard, you idiot.
As he smashes you in the face with his mace.
Ow.
So
I'll
3 points.
take level 3 stress.
Yep. Your turn.
She doesn't look like... She looks like you idiot.
Roar!
I'll... Oh no. No, I don't know which one it...
You can give me a clever or careful to try to determine which one. Well, actually you don't need to roll, because you're always told, Lyri's over there. Lyri's over there.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that stunt is actually useful. Yeah, I'll attack one that Lyri or someone who ate Lyri.
How, as you're being pressed by Gurin?
I'm going to pull out a dagger, and at first I'm going to throw it at Gurin, but then I quickly throw it at the other one, that's Lyri.
Sounds like a sneaky or quick. How does Lyri defend herself?
Lyri will quickly try and step out the way of the incoming dagger as it flies towards her.
Could Lyri give me a quick, please? That's 2 points of damage.
And that'll be her 2 stress.
Sure. Lyri's turn.
Okay, Lyri will what will Lyri do? She'll turn off the disguise and then use her stunt to teleport away and become invisible.
You do that, but above board, DoomGoblin, you will always know. Yeah, you see her removing her Gurin disguise, turning to purple Lyri, and she teleports away, and you don't see where she teleported away, but you're always told, she's over there. She's over there. She's over there.
Yeah.
Lyri will leave these two to their little squabbling.
Well, Lyri, because I'm not sure, like, Bladebeard will abandon the fight. What do you do in terms of, like, game mechanics? Or would you like to concede the fight?
As Lyri kind of hides in the shadows, she will, I guess, just keep thinking about new ways to use this power.
Give me clever with your stunt applying, then. That is sufficient for... Yeah, I'll give you 2 charges. Power of the Void?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you think of, like... Obviously, feel free to come with your own input, Zelris, but you think of, like, a lot of the spells and, like, minor magics that you knew before, and you realize that you could do them with the Power of the Void, maybe even better.
Lyri will note this.
Gurin's turn. DoomGoblin, I think he'd be tunnel visioned into continuing his assault, but what do you think?
You think he would continue attacking Bladebeard?
Just because of the tunnel vision, like, once he charges in, it's hard to snap him out of it, if that makes sense. Not saying that you can't do that, but that, like, on his turn, with no other external factors, I think he'd continue fighting. But feel free to disagree.
Sure. I like it.
Could you please give me his
I thought that this card would be one of the good ones.
It is technically. It's just that
I know.
it's just that you're up against the wrong opponent entirely.
All right. I'll roll his forceful and my quick.
Sure, with your stunt applying.
I thought that rolling those forcefuls would feel good.
Okay. So 6 points of damage.
Oh god. Oh man. I need to take the level 4 stress.
Consequence.
Yeah. Alright, if I... Yeah, no. I could reroll. Spend a point to reroll.
Funnily enough, this is a lesser known rule about Fate Accelerated, just because you guys don't really discover other people's aspects that often. When you, like, use fate points to, like, invoke, I want to improve my roll by 2, etc., etc., technically speaking, you can also invoke the enemy's aspects using fate points to like decrease their roll by 2. And you
Or
know,
make them reroll.
not reroll. That would be
No?
too. That would be too overpowered. Just decrease them by 2.
Yeah, but then he would have 11, and I would have
Yep.
7.
Yeah. Well, that would be. Yeah. I'm saying this because you know all of Guren's aspects.
Yeah. No, I'll reroll my quick.
What are you invoking?
I will invoke. Oh yeah, what can I? I was dodging,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I have no idea. I can't use Pirate Captain for everything, even though maybe I could.
If you justify it to me.
Can I say stab? They are like fighting in the dark, and maybe like because he's a stabby person, he's like very good at fighting in the dark.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I should rename that aspect like Dwarf Rogue. It would be more simple.
Sure. And you.
But for now, yeah, I'll invoke that to reroll my quick.
Give me a reroll, please.
Amazing. Awesome.
Yes, indeed.
Stress 2, consequence 4.
What's the level 4 consequence that Guren inflicts on you?
Oh man. Wait, level 4 is like something that to...
severe, but not like debilitating, if that makes sense. Like
Just like bruised.
Maybe a bit more. Like level 6 can be something like missing an arm. Level 2 can be a slight wound. So something in between those two extremes. It can be something related to pain, that you have lasting pain from that wound, for instance.
Yeah, sure. I don't know.
Lasting pain?
Sure, yeah. That could work.
Where does Guren hit you?
In the balls.
Sure. I didn't know he fought dirty, but sure.
I guess Bladebeard doesn't have to worry about having any more children. So
It's dark. He's not fighting dirty, he just doesn't see what he's doing.
Sure. Bladebeard Guren lands a sawed hit with his mace directly under the belt.
Bladebeard screams.
Lyri,
It's me, you idiot! I'm Captain Bladebeard.
can you give me a flashy? He looks about to swing again and stops and says, Captain Bladebeard, where evil elf?
She's somewhere there. I point towards the darkness.
I think he would run off blindly into the darkness.
Alright, Bladebeard just like sits down for a second.
I mean, you got hit with a gigantic mace. I don't think you can, like, for the moment summon the energy to sit up. I don't know.
Yeah, he sits down.
Sure. Your turn.
I'll just yell for him to come back. Or should I let him continue fight? Yeah, I'll yell for Guren to come back.
Can you give me another flashy? You hear a battle roar.
Alright. That's it from me.
Lyri. You
See
see
this charging me?
your general direction because you are invisible.
Lyri will blink past him and next to Bladebeard and then kick him in the guts.
Sounds like a sneaky or forceful attack. I leave it up to you. How does Bladebeard defend himself?
He tries to roll away.
Give me a quick. And Lyri is taller than you, I think.
You think?
Well, I said I think because I'm trying to remember the exact wording on your stunt. It's like it doesn't specify which type of attack you're defending from, right?
No, just if I'm doing it quickly.
Okay. Then, Lyri, you try to deliver a kick to Bladebeard, but he...
I will use his consequence, lasting pain.
Okay. She uses your consequence. Bladebeard?
Is that 1 point?
That would be 1 point of damage.
Sure. 1 stress.
Lyri pops up right next to you and kicks you in the stomach, she said, before you can react.
Huh?
Ouch! Just leave me alone, alright?
Gurin's turn. Bladebeard, can you roll me on Gurin's other thing to realize that he's charging nothing? The battle roar continues as Gurin's voice, like, he's clearly running away, charging something in the distance.
Alright.
Your turn, Bladebeard.
What do you want, elf?
Why'd you send a dwarf on me, huh?
To kill you?
Why?
Because you killed Lyri?
I am Lyri.
No, you're not. You're Kashir.
Thompshire decides when the compel goes away.
I am Simlary Embasaro, and I am a proud blood elf.
That's not even her real surname. She's Roseguard.
Lyri will face palm.
If you were real Lyri, you would know that. You were saying, Thompshire?
Oh, I was just going to say that I'll leave it to you when you're done.
Well, since Blade and Lyri's quick's the same, Lyri will again blink away into the shadows and wait to see what happens. So I will create an advantage, that's what I'm saying.
Sure, give me a careful or sneaky.
Oh no.
It's sufficient for an advantage. What would you like it to be called?
Can I just have more Power of the Void?
Sure thing. Sure thing. You think you've teleported away in the shadows unseen, but Bladebeard knows where you are. I leave it up to him if he reveals that, but now it's definitely his turn.
He'll not move. He's just going to ignore the directions that the voice is telling him. Just stay where he is, waiting for Gurin to return.
And in terms of game mechanics?
Nothing. I skip my turn.
Then for Gurin's turn, can you roll me Gurin's careful to see if he realizes he's charging nothing? He's on a warpath against, I don't know, he probably heard a swarm of rats and thinks it's Lyri. You hear the weapon clang against something. Sounds, you're not sure, but he's clearly getting farther and farther away. Back in the initiative order to Bladebeard and Lyri we go.
Lyri will again blink next to Bladebeard and give him a little kick in the guts. Hey, dead up!
Is this an attack?
Yeah.
Give me a forceful, I guess, or... Sure. How does Bladebeard defend himself?
I'll try to her leg.
To grab it, you said?
Sure, yeah.
Give me a forceful.
My forceful, right?
Yep. You grab Lyri's leg. Your turn.
Are you really Lyri? Be honest now.
I am.
Say something that only Lyri would know.
We had a dream where Buhd got stabbed by Triceratops, and I dropped a coconut on Meridia's head. I mean a direhorn, whatever they call it in World of Warcraft.
Direhorn, yes, but I don't think you would know the term anyway.
I just use a make-believe word to describe it.
Yeah. Sure.
I mean, that could have been anyone's guess. Say something that really only Lyri would.
I killed you one time.
No, you didn't. I'm still alive.
I blew you up with gunpowder.
And I just fell into the water and swam out. Not a scratch on me. Fine, I guess you're Lyri. But why are you changing your look every 5 minutes?
Lyri will turn into Bladebeard now.
Hello there, handsome.
You shut up real quick, huh?
Well, so you have a Benjamin's powers now?
I don't know. Maybe. Lyri will turn back to herself, but with pale skin and blue eyes.
Quaffle's costume or Stormwind costume?
Stormwind.
Sure.
So, what now? Where's John?
I don't know. Where is John? Last I remember, you stabbed me and blew up a ship.
I didn't blow up a ship. That was Silvermane, probably. It was green. Or the Legion. But, I mean, that's the same thing, right?
No. The ogre's underwater.
They were not on the ship.
Oh no, but I put them under the water.
What? Why?
So they'd be safe?
And ogres breathe underwater?
Why would they need to breathe under the water? They're in little pods.
Oh yeah, they're in bubbles.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't really know how magics work.
Should we get someone to pick them up, or...?
Sure.
Okay.
Although we are kind of being hunted
By who?
around the city.
The Silvermane?
I guess them as well, but also the government.
The Silvermane?
What? What?
Only... Never mind.
What with Silvermane?
Kill them, alright?
Yeah, sure. But let's get Benjamin and Satya and Buhd first.
No. They can handle themselves. Oh, look, you even have a new friend.
Can you roll me Guren's thing to see if he coming back?
No.
He's on a crusade at the moment. He'll come back in the morning.
I think I lost him. He's gone.
Oh.
He was supposed to be my magical guardian from the card, but yeah.
You know,
Yes.
I should be more mad at you
Why?
because you stabbed me.
You wanted to put the ogres on the ship, even though I told you the ship was going to explode.
You did not say anything of the sort, and you were the one who blew up the ship, I thought. But no.
No, I where would I get if I could blow up a ship? I would rather blow up something else. Why would I blow up a ship?
We should blow up Stormwind Castle.
Sure, but let's find.
That's
Buhd.
where the silver main are, right? In the castle.
I guess some of them. I last saw what's his name, Agent Smith there.
Clovis?
Yeah,
We should go find him first.
I think we should find Benjamin and Buhd first. I think they are in more dangerous situation.
They can handle themselves. The citizens
No,
of
they
Stormwind,
can't.
though,
Weak and dumb.
the citizens of Stormwind are defenseless. They need a hero prepared. And those heroes shall be us.
We need to find yellow dust, or maybe purple. I don't remember. And
You remember because you used your stunt last time. It is light yellow.
yeah, light yellow, if I'm to believe voice in my head. But it might be purple.
Well, I want to kill Clovis, so
I want to kill Clovis too, but I want Buhd and Benjamin to be there as well, and Zatea.
we can't fight with our backs exposed. We should kill them right now.
I'm still wearing underwear.
Huh? Oh,
My back is not completely exposed.
Zelris, if just to recall, Bladebeard lost his pants and one of his boots in the storm.
I remember. Lyri just doesn't get it because it's dark and she can't see it very
Sure.
well.
My bad.
Well, I guess I'll be going back up to Stormwind.
Sure.
Do you know the way
will as
out?
well. Maybe we should take. I was hit in the balls by my magical guardian.
Fine, if you're gonna rest, I'm gonna rest. Whatever. Some people might try and call me though. Like Shadow.
Call you?
Yeah. I would just spend this time trying to learn that sending spell still.
Oh, can you message Zatea and Benjamin?
No, because the spell is still broken because she taught me the wrong one. I mean, give me like an hour and maybe I can fix the spell, but I still have to wait like a few hours after that.
Yeah, it would be above board like an hour to figure out the correct spell and all that.
Yeah. Lyri will sit down and rest while trying to think of how to fix the spell.
Does Bladebeard do the same thing?
Think of a spell.
Sit down and rest.
Yeah.
Can you roll me Guren's careful to see if he would return during that hour?
Oh my god. You rolled a positive number.
He did, but it's a low positive number. I think he'd return. Basically, I'd like now to switch to Benjamin and Buhd, Thompshire and Skoll, and when we get back to Bladebeard and Lyri, like you're just finishing your rest, that's when Guren will show up. Make sense?
All right.
Okay.
Thompshire and Skoll, are you guys with us?
Mm-hmm.
So, Skoll, are you with us as well?
Still here?
Okay. So, Skoll, as you're carrying a unconscious Zatea in your arms, having just stumbled across the main ethereal encampment, you've managed to make your way out just barely. Both of you are fairly wounded. Thompshire, especially Benjamin, rather. Satya is again unconscious. You're not above board, like in immediate danger, unless you decide to stick around the camp. But if you decide to run away, you will not be in immediate danger from the sentries or the guards or whatever. So the choice is yours. The floor is yours. What do you guys do?
You should get out of here.
Probably gain some distance before stopping and getting some rest.
Maybe we can find a nice place in this terrible place.
Well, I don't think we'll find anything better than rocks and purple sand.
Well, maybe there are other places on this world of Janor.
Well, I doubt we could get to any of those places without resting, because honestly, I feel like I'll fall apart at any second.
You want me to carry you too?
No, I think I'm fine for now.
Okay.
Benjamin, you'll get a sending from Kyrie. She says,
Okay.
She says, "Oh, Tyri should be able to get you guys out. Tell her you know me. If not, I'm sure there are some local mages who..." Cuts off. Do you need me to post it in the chat?
Yes, please.
Okay. And whenever you have a reply, do let us know, rather. Okay? But you guys make some distance. Are you heading for are you just running? Are you heading for a landmark, even though it will take you a while before you get there? Is your priority just to get some safe distance at the moment? What's up?
I figure Buhd wants to get as far away from this place as possible.
Sure, and I think that's the general gist. But my question would be where you're headed, if that makes sense. If anywhere, or you could just be running more or less randomly, if that makes sense. For the moment, at least.
Buhd would stick his finger in his mouth and then hold it upward afterward to judge the winds, I guess.
Give me a careful. Holy shit, okay. With that roll, you're able to firmly establish your cardinal directions. Even though you've never been to this planet before, you can tell, yeah, that's the north, that's the south, that's the east, that's the west. Obviously, you can still see the landmarks, like the big, real visible ones, like the Mana Forge in the distance that you guys came from before. There's the Ethereum camp behind you guys, the Echo Dome that you were heading towards previously, and Tempest Keep in the even farther distance. And with that roll, I don't know, do you have any questions for me, Skoll, that I can answer with that very good roll?
Where is Shatrat?
Yeah, where is Shatrat?
Recalling the tales of your past and the various legends, piecing them together with the battles with the Draenei and Shatraf and all that. Shatraf is probably several thousands of kilometers to the southwest.
Thousands?
Maybe hundreds, you're not sure.
Well, see you in 1,000 sessions.
Oh my goodness.
Are there like any cars around? A spaceship, maybe?
I mean, we could take a
Like
rocket.
those
and
love rockets, yeah.
Yeah, you want to?
Shrug?
Oh, by the way, I got the reply.
Could you please read it out loud?
No idea where she is, or where anyone or anywhere is. Everyone wants us dead in this purple wasteland.
Thank you. Could you also type it in the Discord chat for my record keeping later? Okay. So, Buhd, now that you're better informed, do you have a heading?
I think we should go south.
South would mean going back, not directly, but fairly close to the ethereal camp. So you probably would prefer to like detour a little at first.
Well, yeah, not full on south, I suppose, but Bud's best expression. Oh, we make this way around the camp, and then we find our way, hopefully, elsewhere.
Well, I guess I'll trust you on this. I don't really have any alternatives.
It's a good plan. Bud used to travel all the time, and Trusty Finger always get Bud in good places.
Uh-huh.
So, well, you guys were saying that you were thinking of taking a rest. Are you going to first take a rest, or are you continuing traveling?
How far are we from like the ethereal place?
Yeah, I think they'd want to get some distance from the ethereal place first, and then rest.
Yeah, you will manage to get gain the distance no matter what. Like, that's in a given, let's say. So, I guess my question is, once you gain distance, do you rest or do you continue on?
Probably rest, I assume, because they've not got a lot of rest in general in this place.
Yeah, we're done.
Sure. You eventually reach a suitable enough place you deem to rest. I presume you set Satea down, or do you sleep with her in your arms like a teddy bear? Buhd.
Yeah, I assume he would put her down close to him, but like not totally close to him, because he doesn't want to roll over and crush her.
Sure.
But in viewing distance, I mean, Bud doesn't want her to die, so he's uncomfortable around her, but he doesn't hate her.
I don't know, I think Buhd should be the big spoon.
The what?
The big spoon.
What's the big spoon?
You don't know what it is?
No, what's that mean?
How do I even explain it?
What does that mean?
You know how you like you know how you stack like spoons? You know,
Yeah.
that's the best way
Yeah.
to explain it, right?
Oh, okay. That, alright.
Yeah.
Bud is just stacks everyone on top of himself.
Well, that's not really what I meant, but let's go with that, sure.
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Oh, Jesus.
Time to use good old Google.
Um. Okay, Skoll. Give me a second, please. I'm gonna post something in our little Discord, and that's what Thompshire means, okay?
Oh boy, I mean I already saw some Google images, so yeah, okay, yeah.
The big spoon in those images is the one on the left.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think Bud's that no.
Okay. I can't believe we're having this conversation, but okay.
It's very educational, it's fine.
I learned a lot today.
Anniversary episode, everyone. Okay. So you guys sit down to take a rest. Yeah. This is like a short rest, or are you like full on sleeping? Your guys' choice.
I guess a nap is safer. What's like the mechanical difference?
The amount of time that will pass. Otherwise, no mechanical difference. And well, obviously, like, this has been a fairly sleepless night for you guys, and if you continue this way, in the long term, I might have to penalize you, but you're not at the long term yet.
Yeah, then I think nap it is.
Okay. Skoll, do you agree?
Yeah, nap for now, definitely.
Okay. I'm gonna roll on the random encounter table. Let's see what happens.
No.
Yeah, as you guys are resting, having a granule nap, eventually, Satea will wake up. Like, you know those, like that vampire cliche where they like stand up like straight as a board but still sitting? That kind of wake up. And he says, oh, I feel better. How's everyone?
Alive.
Yeah. Whew, that was intense. Is that? Did you guys kill those people? Are we safe?
As safe as we can be in this place, where everything wants to kill us.
And as you say that, all of you begin feeling the ground rumble, as well as hear the sound.
No, not again. No.
What's that?
It's the Fell Raver. We gotta run. We gotta get out of here. Bud beat this guy too many times.
I mean, there's fell in the name, but what's a fell reaver?
It's big.
You feel the ground shaking, Thompshire. Benjamin.
It's bigger than Bud. It's terrifying. It's bad. We run now. We book it. Go. Bud's already running.
And I just grab my stuff and start running.
Yeah. As this lovely thing, you see it cresting a hill in the distance. I'm gonna... Let me think. Yeah, let me do a roll. Cause I might have to do a roll because there is a possibility that, like, from the angle it's approaching, your only avenue of running might be towards the Ethereal camp.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
the Fell Reaver might be a good distraction there, so...
Let
If
them
there's
take
like...
care. Let them
if there-
deal with it.
If there's like 3 little dudes running through their base, but the massive Fell Reaver behind them, I think the focus would be the Fell Reaver, right?
Well, an 18 is a very good roll, so you guys decide if you'd be forced to run towards the Ethereal camp, or you can run in a separate, safe direction.
Do you want to risk it, Skoll? I kind of want to risk it.
I want to risk it too, but I have the feeling this is going to go terribly for us, so go for it.
Let me remove your stress and level 2 consequences while you guys decide.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Alright, we're booking it in there. I am cursed DoomGoblin. I don't...
Yeah, we have to put the curse to our advantage.
I'm so tired of the damn Fell Reaver. Like, leave me alone. Like, it's not... It's just... It won't go away.
I mean, have you done anything to make it go away?
Right. And I died, almost.
Farmshire. Benjamin, as you guys begin running, you receive a sending from Kyrie.
Already? Wow.
She's a much better mage than you are. She says, I think she divides her time between Shadowmoon Valley and the Nether Storm. Want me to call her? Can you pass me your coordinates, please?
Is that like sending a ping, or do I actually have to read a map or something?
Can you give me a clever?
Sure. Oh, that's pretty good.
She's referring to like some complex, like almost mathematics stuff. You'd have to spend a little bit of time to figure out your magical coordinates.
Do I have to stop for that, or just focus while running, or whatever?
You have to do calculus. Can you like do math while you're running?
I don't know. Do I have a pen and paper?
Also, do you need me to post her message in the Discord?
Yeah, sure.
Give me a second.
How long do I have to reply, by the way?
25 words.
No,
Or
how
less.
long time?
A minute.
As in, how much time can go by till I cannot send the free message, the free
Yep.
reply?
Yep.
Yep, what?
Probably not enough time to calculate coordinates. Also, probably you've never done that before.
And when can I send my own message?
Probably like 2 hours from now.
Okay, then we'll wreck this place first, I guess. Or let the Fell Reaver do it.
Sure. So first things first. You guys, also Thompshire, feel free to think of a reply.
Oh, yeah. And I guess, yeah.
So first things first, you guys get up. Buhd first. Buhd starts running. Buhd, do you like instinctively, quote unquote, go in the opposite direction of the Fell Reaver, or do you know, oh yeah, that's the Ethereal camp, I'm gonna head to the Ethereal camp?
I honestly think Buhd is just on survival mode brain and doesn't really think too much about it, and is just running to the Ethereals, even though like they just walked away from there.
Sure. And just to continue the narrative, Benjamin, you see Buhd book it. Do you follow?
Yeah, I do.
Sure. Then Satya will as well. Can I get sneaky rolls from both of you, and also from Satya, while I roll the Fell Reavers, careful to see if you are spotted?
Yay. My favorite bit.
Maybe Satya is always a complicated one to roll for because she is also cursed.
Alright, I've got the reply. But I'll be sending it when we're running through the camp.
It will take you more than a minute to reach the camp.
Oh, okay, then I have to change the message.
Because if you were just a minute away from the camp, you would not be safe.
Okay, then I have the fixed message. Can I,
Sure.
I'm busy running away from a fell river right now. We'll try to figure out the coordinates afterwards if we don't die.
Okay. Could you also post that in chat, please, just for my own record keeping? And also, whenever you can, could you roll me your own sneaky? Okay, the Fell River spots all of you and changes course to intercept, I guess. And we are now doing this little song and dance again. So, I will need quick rolls from both of you and Satya, and I'll see what the Fell River does. Okay?
Okay. Oh god. I don't like that.
The 3 is Satya, the 6 is the Fell River.
Oh no. What was the one?
You remember that Satya is cursed and I have to do a 50-50.
I was really hoping.
Yeah, she rolled badly. The 1 means she rolls badly.
I was really hoping that the 3 was the Fell Reaver.
Thompshire, could you also roll me a quick?
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Oh.
So, Thompshire, from your point of view, yeah, I mean, sure, it's a big giant demon robot, but it's easy to, keep ahead of it. You don't see what the big fuss is about, and then you turn around and you see Satya and Buhd just struggling, and the Fell River catching up to them.
Scary.
What do? Do you keep pace with them? Do you abandon them?
Can I, try not to get further away than this for now? As in, I don't outright abandon them, but I don't join them either.
Yeah, you can stay, just a pace ahead, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the little quote-unquote axis thing that we have, that I used as a metaphor, you, Buhd, and Satya are at -1. -2 means contact. Benjamin is at 0, and a +2 means you're scot-free. So let's roll again, okay?
Okay. I don't like my odds. Oh my, it's gotten worse.
So just to clarify, the 5 is Satya, the 7 is the Fell River. I don't think we're gonna make it, says Satya.
How far are we from the base?
Can you give me a careful? This is a free roll. Hard to say. You were kind of distracted, but back when you were running back then.
Let's see. That's a 4. It rolled a 7. If I use fate point, if I use 2 fate points. I think. Let's see. That's 4 plus something. Yeah, that'd be 12. I think. Oh wait. 2, like 4. That'd be an 8. That'd be an 8. I would very much like to use 2 fate points to increase my roll.
Sure. What are you invoking?
Question.
I will invoke former warlord. Back in the good old days, I assume Buhd would charge in the battlefield with great ferocity and great speed.
Sure.
All right, let's take 2 of my fate points on Bud's
you
book.
need to invoke 2 aspects if you're using 2 fate points. While you think on that, Thompshire, I think you wanted to say something?
Oh, I just wanted to ask if the canon could in like a less combative way in the sense, and more like in a delaying the Fell River. Just I don't know, but I don't know, just.
I mean, you asked that question, but that's not a question I can answer. That's something you guys have to think of.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, only way I could think of it is if like there was like a mountain and like Buhd shot at like a little tiny piece of the mountain and it fell over or something, but
It's
or like a
broken terrain and lots of hills, but no mountain.
yeah, I figured as much. As the second aspect, pirate captain, I'm sure he had to book it with Bladebeard on several occasions.
Mm-hmm.
When Bladebeard did something stupid and Buhd was with him, so maybe they he good at booking it with that in mind. So he's channeling his experiences.
Sure. Then, just this is the situation as it stands currently with these rolls. And yeah, I accepted your fate point, Skoll. So, on the little axis that goes like from -2 to +2, Skoll would be back at 0. Thompshire with a success, would you stay at 0 or would you go at +1?
I think I'll stay at 0.
Then you would allow Buhd to catch up to you. But Satea would go to -2 and get in range of the Fell River. So, do you have any arguments to persuade me to use my fate points to improve Satea's rolls, or shall Satea be sacrificed?
Bladebeard would be sad. That's my argument. Actually,
Yes.
I don't think he would be sad, but
Well, I think everyone would be sad. The audience would be sad.
How close is she to dying?
She still has her stress and her level 2 consequence that she can take. Because she rested.
Yeah, she's fine.
who's gonna destroy Stormwind if she's not around?
Oh, actually, the stabbed by shadow was when you guys met Oscuri, so she also has her level 4 consequence.
She has a little box right now. Do you see that as well? I'm guessing that's another me
Little
thing.
box? I'm not sure. The brown circle?
Yeah, like a little box on the brown circle.
Okay, I think it might be again a you thing. Sorry. So, to recap, Satea at the moment, because she rested, is uninjured except for her level 6 consequence.
Yeah, she can take a hit or two.
Debatable on the or 2 part. But okay. Yeah, I don't think I'll use my fate points to save Satea. So currently Satea will be in melee range, and the Fell Reaver will start effective combat with her, giving you guys an avenue to escape. Do you take it, Benjamin and Buhd?
She not looking so great, Benjamin.
I'll use my Deus Ex Machina stunt.
Which one?
The most recent stunt. I forgot its name. The King Sentinels? No, that's the. I don't remember the name. Let me check.
Because I'm asking because I also don't quite remember the once per session notice an important detail.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's actually King Sentinels. So.
Yeah. Okay, I can tell you either an important detail or a useful detail.
I'll go with useful.
Okay. With the useful, the Fell Reaver has, because it's so gigantic, trouble navigating the terrain. Well, obviously it can like overtake it in like boundless steps fairly easily, sure, but it has trouble if it like wants to hit something very small, and like especially if it's like if said something like is crammed between rocks or anything like that. It's a gigantic sledgehammer, not a scalpel, to steal a metaphor. Does that make sense?
Sure, but don't like the rocks just blow up since
Sure,
massive...
but I mean like if it were trying to like how should I say it? If it were trying to pick something up or like to narrow on a very specific, very small target, it's gonna have trouble.
Okay.
And as to how that might be useful, it's a possible tactic that you can use, not necessarily like if you reach combat itself, although it could also be useful there, but rather like to if you're running away from it, you can like trick it into thinking that you went away a certain way when you haven't, because it can't quite make out in detail what's going on at with this terrain that it has to navigate. Does that make sense? Thompshire?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Speaking of which, what's the like grander terrain around the area?
Broken hills, and like there are like this little area that you're in is uneven terrain, broken hills. There's one big hill that's the Mana Forge in the distance. You would know that the Ephemeral camp is like nestled between several small hills, and it's kind of hard to spot exactly, if that makes sense. So basically the Blood Oaths went for quote-unquote vantage point if the Mana Forge weren't there already, while the Ethereals went to use the terrain as to like hide themselves, if that makes sense.
Okay. What if Buhd uses his cannon for a flashy roll to attract the Ethereal's attention and then they bring bigger numbers, and they throw the Fel Reaver away.
That would require several rolls. Like, it's not a set thing, even if it's butt stunt. Like, it is possible. It is possible, definitely. But it's not something that I'll give you automatically. Make sense?
Yeah.
And by the time the Ethereals get there, Satya may already be dead.
Yeah.
So, what's your guys' plan? Because otherwise, I will move into, like, having actual combat between the Fel Reaver and Satya. Which will probably only last, like, 2 rounds. Maybe 3 if she's lucky.
Does she get to try to run away each turn, or is she, like, locked?
She's kind of locked at the moment unless she concedes the fight.
Oh, okay. That's not... What do you think, Skoll?
I mean, we can give the ethereal thing a shot. I just think that, you know...
Yeah, that can also backfire pretty bad.
I think it's going to backfire, but if you want, we can try it. Oh, this is not good for Satya. I don't want her to die, so, you know...
I blame Bladebeard and his cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Bladebeard's girlfriend dies, it's Bladebeard's fault. We are innocent. We tried multiple times, but in the end, it's Bladebeard's fault. Everything is Bladebeard's fault. Or Lyri.
The only other idea I had is Buhd fires his cannon to distract the Fel Reaver to go after him instead. That's the only other thing I could think of.
Yeah, that might be a more direct role than
And
the
easier.
ethereal plan.
And easier, yeah. It's less convoluted. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, that's... How's your quick?
It's a 4. It's not terrible, but...
The Fel Reaver has a quick of 6 for reference's sake. Just to, like, give a complete picture, Satya's quick normally is 5, but if the curse takes effect, it's 3. Just for context's sake.
Ooh.
Yeah, it would be a good cannon, a good moment for me to have a cannon instead of you, because I have a high quick. Do you want to risk it?
All right, let's risk it. I'll have Buhd. I will have Buhd fire his cannon at the Fel Reaver to distract it from Satya. Bud's too nice.
Sure. In the distance, you guys like can clearly see Satya failing to flee from the Fel Reaver, and as the Fel Reaver like starts crouching down to pummel Satya, Buhd, you fire your cannon. No roll required. It would be sufficient to distract it. But where do you aim?
I'd say, would he be... it might be too far up for him to hit the face. So either like...
It's... I would say every part of the body is more or less in reach. But that does not guarantee you will do damage.
Oh, okay. Well, it wasn't really going for damage. It was just for the, you know, the scene itself. Yeah, Buhd would go for the face.
Sure. You fire your cannonball, and it slams into the Fel Reaver's face and like bounces off almost comically as it turns its eye towards you.
Over here, ugly. Come and get Buhd.
The Fel Reaver will make an attempt to snatch Satya, but basically, like, he'll try to like grab Satya in its claws and continue chasing after the two of you. But if Satea manages to escape the claws, then it'll focus on the two of you. Okay?
Come on.
Okay.
The game is rigged.
It grabs Satea in its claws, and it stomps on towards the two of you. I will say, can either of you give me a careful to see if you notice something?
Okay.
Benjamin, your stunt would apply if you decide to roll. You'd both notice with those rolls, especially now that it has Satea in one of its claws, its arms, its hand. It's like sort of keeping that hand like in a like sort of to its side, like not engaging in combat. Like it was using its other hand, preparing to pommel Satea. And with that roll, you'll notice that it also did that before it grabbed Satea. Like, TLDR, there's also something else in that hand. Like, there was something else in that hand before it grabbed Satea.
Something or someone?
I leave
So
that
there's
up to
something
you.
else in the hand?
I swear it's gonna be Timon.
It's probably gonna be tomorrow.
I mean, who else?
I missed him.
So, the Fell Reaver now charges after you. Do you continue with the plan to lead it to the Ethereals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, then give me quicks, please. You're able to outpace it. You would now be at a +1, again on the scale of -2 to +2. Shall we give it another roll?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh wow, Bud's booking.
So at this point, you guys have the option of getting away scot-free. Because you would
Do
reach...
we get advantages, or does that not count in these situations?
Not for this. So basically you are now at a +2 on the quote-unquote axis, meaning you can get away scot-free. Or you can continue trying to lure the Fell Reaver, but that would mean going back to +1. So like deliberately slowing down to make sure the Fell Reaver still keeps you guys in sight.
What do you think?
I mean, I feel like what we could do is,
I would say...
we keep trying to...
I would say, I know sunk cost is a fallacy, but I also gave you this choice earlier when the Fell Reaver had Satea, like reached Satea. You guys also had an option of going scot-free then, and you chose not to. So this is a very similar choice right now, but again, sunk cost is a fallacy, so you don't have to abide by it. Does that make sense?
I mean, if we keep outpacing it, it'll just leave us, so the whole luring it to the ethereal thing won't even work out. So I almost feel like we purposely slow down and then we get the pace again. If that makes sense. I don't know. It's up to you, Benjamin.
Yeah. I agree.
Okay.
Sure. We are now at +1 on the axis, quote unquote. Can I get quicks from all of you again?
Yes.
You're once again able to outpace it. You can get away scot-free. I'm guessing you continue trying to lure it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, lure it to the ethereal camp.
Sure. Can I get another quick from you?
Ouch.
Benjamin, you're not as fast as you think. You're at 0.
Okay.
So Buhd can get away scot-free if he wants, but Benjamin goes back to 0 on the quote-unquote axis.
I think Buhd will still try to keep up. Like, he's not totally running out of range as before. He'll keep up with Benjamin. Like, not like next to him, I guess. Like, he's like, you know what I mean.
So on the axis, would you be at 0 with Benjamin or at +1?
+1.
Sure.
+1.
Sure. Can I get another quick, please? From Benjamin as well. Okay, so now you would be at 0 with Benjamin. Anyway, but Benjamin and the Ethereal are evenly matched, quote unquote. Can I get...
Fell Reaver?
And the Fell Reaver, my bad.
Okay.
Can I get another quick from you guys?
God, how far is this?
Oh,
guy?
no. Oh, no. That's gonna be a reroll from me.
If you're gonna
Can I donate 3 points to Skoll?
Not really. Not how it works.
I try.
So?
Yeah, I would like to reroll with former warlord as the aspect.
Sure, give me a reroll.
Okay. Oh my.
Well, I mean, you have another 8 point.
Everyone's gonna be able to tell Buhd what to do soon. Yeah. I mean, it's my last fate point, but I don't want to die. So yeah, Buhd will I'll use Bud's pirate captain aspect again for my last fate point to book it some more.
Sure. Yeah.
And by the way, I go ahead and activate my book if the need arises.
Duly noted. Duly noted. So, can I get carefuls from both of you?
Yes.
I think it's sufficient, Benjamin, especially with the stunt. Benjamin, with your stunt, you'd be able to sense the buildup of magic sooner, but all of you would probably see, like, several bolts of arcane and void energy start pelting the Fell River as its attention is drawn to something else. But unfortunately, said something else also means, like, you're in between it and said something else. You can probably assume that you're close to the Ethereal camp, basically, and they've started, like, attacking the Fell River. But you're in between the Fell River and the Ethereal camp at the moment.
Okay.
Has, like, the ethereals and the not the ethereals. Has the Fell River stopped moving in our direction, or?
No, moving in your direction also means moving towards the Ethereals.
Mm-hmm. And I guess we try to, like, shift our angle a bit to see where it's going, maybe?
I would need quick rolls from you, both of you, too, because, yeah.
Oh my god. Alright, well, I'm fucked. Bye, guys.
Okay.
I mean, Skoll was at 0 or at -1?
0.
And -2 is the...
Is the bad zone, yes. But can I get a quick from Thompshire as well, Benjamin?
Yeah. That's... Oh, okay. Not great either.
Okay. Basically, the way things stand, and Benjamin, I can tell you because of your careful plus your stunt, the Fell River currently, as things stand, would reach Buhd before the Ethereals reach the Fell River and or Buhd, if that makes sense. The 2 is the Ethereals, the 8 is the Fell River on the rolling table. Make sense?
Okay.
So, Buhd is currently at -1, quote unquote. Actually, Benjamin is as well, because the Fell River is catching up to both of you. What's the plan currently? Try to swerve to make it go to the Ethereals and ignore you guys?
I guess so.
I wish we could do anything about Sataya, but I'm honestly not sure what to do at this point.
Sure. Can I get sneakies from both of you?
Oh, okay.
That's not gonna go.
Okay, and I'm also gonna roll for Buhd. Basically, the 6 is the Fell River, and I'm gonna roll for the Ethereals to see if they notice you guys, specifically Buhd, because Buhd is slower. And yeah, both factions do. Okay, so currently, first things first, the Fell River, as it catches up to you guys, will try to like smack both of you as it continues its assault, like basically like a drive-by shot, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
How do you defend yourselves?
I think Buhd would try to use his cannon as a shield, as little good as that will do him, probably.
So forceful from Buhd?
Honestly, Benjamin just tries to run as fast as he possibly can to try to, not get swept by.
And quick from Benjamin? So that is 5 points of damage to Buhd and 7 points of damage to Benjamin.
Does my stunt apply? This is a forceful
yes,
attack against
so-
me, right?
Yeah, so 5 points to both. You're right.
Less horrible, I guess. Level 3 stress and level 2 consequence, I guess.
Sure. And Skoll, do you take it the same?
Oh wait, I have the divine shield. I'll use one charge and just keep the.
Yeah, I'll level
level
3
3
stress
stress.
and level 2 consequence for good old Buhd.
Acknowledged. Okay. Your level 2 consequence Skoll is drive-by smashing, because that's what happened. So, the Fell River smacks you both, throwing both of you aside as it continues charging towards the Ethereals. And you see the Ethereals like cresting the hill. You don't see the camp from your angle and preparing for combat. And several make their way towards Buhd, because they noticed Buhd earlier.
I think Buhd would pick himself back up and would start running in the opposite direction of them.
What about Benjamin?
I honestly do the same.
Sure. Can I get quick rolls from both of you, and I'll do the Ethereals as well? This time it won't be like an Axis thing. It will just be one roll. So they'd be able to catch up to Buhd.
Okay. Can I compel Buhd's former warlord to give him a good old fate point?
Sure.
Again, in the time of great need, his hallucination is returned.
Sure. Do you have anything more specific, like they tell him to do something, or do they just return?
I guess they return like to, spur him on to just do whatever he can to just survive.
Sure. Buhd, do you accept you have to accept this compel.
Yeah, I have to, I'm good with it. Obviously. Means I don't die.
And I think Thompshire compelled you so that you can use the fate point to improve your roll, correct?
Yes. I believe that is the point. Yes.
So, do you improve your roll, and which aspect do you invoke?
Former warlord. Since that was
Sure.
what he invoked as well. It it spurs on Buhd's memories of his ancestors, and they encourage him to get the hell out of there.
Sure. And you book it, and above board you will succeed getting away from the ethereals. But as you're running, Buhd, you see your great grandfather, Emperor Gara, running alongside you, and he says, "Why are you running? No sign of mine would ever run from a fight."
You would if it was this thing, ancestor.
What thing? It's busy fighting the cloth people. The cloth people are the true enemy.
Well, true, but they fight the Fell Reaver for us, so it like two eggs crashing to each other.
Ah, a clever ploy. I did not expect that from you. And then next to you, you will see, what's his name? Your second cousin, once removed, Crook, the bowman, run next to you and say, "Cousin, come on. There's a fight right behind you. We're doing a ploy, you moron. Ignore the Imperator. Come on. You're running away from a fight? I've got my bow ready to back you up."
Well, next time bow no works so well on Fell River, cousin.
Because you didn't distract it good enough.
Well, they distracting it right now.
So go back and kill it. I'll help you. I'll help you.
No offense, cousin, but I think this is better plan to let them fight it.
Yes, it's the tactical ploy, you moron. You shut up. You're the moron here. You're the one giving him the wrong guidance. I am the Emperor Gara. You will show me the proper respect. Have you killed Gron? Have you killed dragons? I think not. Why, you puny? And they'll continue arguing with each other, pretty much yelling in your ear, Buhd.
I would like to compel Buhd. He's
I have to.
Yeah, he's a pirate captain aspect. He also sees Bladebeard as a hallucination. he also gives him an advice.
Oh god.
Bladebeard? What are you doing here? I thought you teleported away.
Yeah, I'm still here. Don't listen to those two. You should show him your ass.
My ass?
Yeah, shake what your mama gave ya.
Okay. Shaky.
Who's him in this circumstance? The Fell Reaver?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you want Bud to just his entire bare ass, or just like his ass, just like shaking his butt at him?
I would say above board, the compel was that Bud sees Bladebeard hallucination, not that he has to listen to it.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't
I
have
didn't
to
know.
listen.
Figured I had to listen as I mean, it's funny.
No, that's your choice.
I do like the idea of Bud just interacting with the hallucination of Bladebeard at this point. He must have gotten hit on the head again by the.
Sure.
So I guess Bud's dealing with his ancestors and Bladebeard, which now they can interact. That sounds fun.
The Imperator looks at Bladebeard hallucination and says, "This one looks tasty."
Thank you.
He licks his
He
lips.
not tasty. I tried eating him one time. He don't taste that good. He kind of stinky.
So, do you moon the Fell Reaver or do you not? I'm curious.
No, Bud doesn't do that.
Sure. What is
No, someone needs to compel Bud's friends forever so he can see a hallucination of Lyri too.
Zelris, would you be up for that?
I like having free fate points. If anyone else wants to do it, it's fine.
Wow,
I'm being selfish one time. I'm sorry.
Well,
You don't need those. You don't need those 3 fate points.
I'm gonna compel Bud. Bud, your friend till the end aspect. You also see Lyri's hallucination. Is that acceptable to you? You have the option of saying no.
I am totally fine with this. This is great.
Which Lyri? That is the most important question.
It would have to be someone that Bud knows, because it's a hallucination.
Sure, but like
Which
Bud
Lyri
has
is
seen
Bud
so many
most
Lyris that maybe she's like, always changing colors. I don't know.
Because just
Like
because
each time he looks away and then looks back at Lyri, she looks different.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
Larry is friends with most.
Sorry?
I said it could just be which Larry Bud is the biggest friend with. I don't know.
Probably the first iteration of Lyri then.
So it will be the first iteration of Lyri. Well, in appearance at least. In terms of personality, I leave that up to both Zelris and Skoll.
I guess it would be more along the lines of Golden Skull Lyri. Since that's the one he liked the most and was more familiar with. Lyri, what you doing here too? Did you guys come to rescue us?
You bet. Larry will stick her tongue out.
Disrespectful, says the Imperator.
Oh, come on, you could get along with her. Sometimes she could be a little, but she good. Benjamin, Bladebeard, Lyri are here.
Okay, and I just keep running. I don't pay attention to that.
Oh, well, maybe he'll be happier when you guys. I don't know. He doesn't like you guys, I guess.
Everyone likes me.
But I love Benjamin.
Oh yeah, you guys kissed that one time. I've been asking about that. Are you guys brother and sister, or cousins, or are you guys secret lovers?
Larry just kind of shrugs.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, hallucination Lyri probably wouldn't know, because she only knows what Bud knows because she's a hallucination.
I instantly regret the suggestion.
You should cut out her tongue, Scion.
Oh, you don't want to do that. She's got void thingies sometimes. My tentacle might come out or something. I don't know.
it's particularly salty then.
Yeah, she's pretty salty sometimes, probably.
Lyri will stick out a tentacle and I don't know. Slap the Imperator with it.
Ah, impertinent fool! The Imperator, as Bud's still running and the Imperator is also running and the hallucinations are also running, readies an arcane bolt and throws it at Lyri, and I think Lyri would be able to dodge the arcane bolt.
Yeah.
Guys, get along. We're running away from ethereals.
You want some rum, Bud?
Oh, I haven't had rum in forever.
Alright. Get your own.
Oh,
This is mine. Glug, glug, glug.
well, at least you haven't changed much, Bladebeard.
I'm a stinky dwarf.
You really don't admit to that.
I'm a stinky elf.
You're
I don't
about to
remember.
be a dead elf. Another arcane
yeah.
bolt that I think Lyri would dodge.
Guys, stop fighting. Not, fire arcane bolts at the ethereals. Great grandfather.
Impertinence deserves a proper answer. Benjamin, as you're running, you hear Bud's Bud's side of the conversation.
Basically, guys, stop fighting and also talking about Benjamin's love life.
That and yeah, definitely that, and also like, oh yeah, I'd like some rum, Bladebeard, or whatever.
Yeah, like
Bladebeard
he's
offered.
like he would see his like head moving all around, like side to side next to him, behind him, and stuff.
I think Benjamin will ignore it as long as Bud is running.
The
Yeah,
ogres
no,
are
but-
safe, but
Oh,
we saved the ogres.
how are my ogres? Are they good?
Hallucination. Lyri only knows what Bud knows.
They're not in Netherstorm, bud.
Oh, thank goodness. This place is awful.
They are very fat.
Well, yeah, I hope so.
There are very many of them.
Yeah.
12 is very healthy and living his best life.
I think we gave him a name. I forgot what it was, though.
I also forgot. I think I have it written down somewhere.
Scroll up and find it, maybe.
Why'd you name it Delia?
I think because I asked him to.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
You gotta make the feel.
Alright, I would like to compel friends to the end, but also sees the hallucination of that specific ogre.
That specific ogre.
Yeah, the one
Okay.
who's dead.
Alright. I don't remember his name.
Does Bud accept? Skoll does.
Yeah, give me all your fate points. I'm not gonna say no. These are good.
Sure. Yeah, and as you're running, like as you're talking about the missing ogres, one of them, number 12, well, not to Bud, obviously. His proper name was starts.
Is it Draymug? I just found the word Draymug with no like context to it.
Skoll?
Is this it?
What?
I pinged you in the Discord. Is this it? I just found this and it has no
Yeah,
context.
Draymug. That's it.
What's his personality like? Skoll.
I kind of picture Draymug as kind of like almost like a drunken sailor type of ogre. Like he really likes drinking mead, and he's not mean or anything, but he's just like he likes drinking. He's kind of got like a gruff exterior.
Sure. And he's, as he's running, he says, Mowarg, you son of a bitch. Me got meat again. Hee.
Oh, everyone have drinks except Buhd. Wait, you here, Draymug? You And Lyri?
He chugs down a drink and then says, I don't know. And then continues drinking.
Well, good to see you. Good to see you ogres still out and about and not dead somewhere. That make Bud very sad and angry.
Oh, thanks to you, Moarg. And thanks to this one and that one, points at Benjamin. Not so much this one, though, points at Bladebeard.
Bladebeard tries his best.
Why not me? I'm the one who rescued you. I think.
But you always sneaking and lying. No trust.
He does do that a lot. But he's still friends sometimes.
Yeah, we are all friends and we are all alive.
We are all friends till the end.
Friend
Yeah.
to end.
We can get
Chugs.
kick afterwards.
I think at this point you guys would be at a sufficient enough distance that you can stop running, if that makes sense. Do you do so?
Finally. Yeah, I'd say so. It's shame about Teia. Not sure we do about her.
Drink in her honor.
I drink if you guys give me one of your drinks, you know.
He chugs down the drink, not handing you any.
Okay, alright there.
Thompshire, are you with us? Yeah, as I mentioned, if you so desire, you can stop running.
I think I run some more just to be sure.
Sure.
Where's he going?
Benjamin, where are you going?
Putting some good distance. Us and that mess.
What a cowardly ally you have, says the Imperator.
Benjamin, your wife is over here.
You
Very well.
are?
Larry will give an exaggerated wave towards Benjamin.
I knew it. You guys are engaged.
Marriage, says the ogre.
Well, Lyri says that you're her wife, or she is your wife.
No.
No.
No? Why would that be a thing?
Well, she said it just now, but we'll point next to him, where nothing is.
Larry will be sitting on the floor soaking.
The rocks told you so?
The rocks? No, Lyri's here, Benjamin's here, Draymug's there,
I'm Bladebeard, not Benjamin.
and Bladebeard's over here. Yeah.
I am also here, Scion.
And my great grandpa's here.
Did you hit your head when the Fellreaver slapped us?
Little bit.
Okay, that explains things, but okay.
What that have to do with anything? My friends are here. We're gonna get cake afterwards.
How about you try touching them?
Touching them?
Yeah, just try to touch them.
Oh, okay. I'll touch Bladebeard right now.
Hey, don't touch me without my consent.
Oh, Bladebeard doesn't want me touching him.
You need to ask first.
Bladebeard, can I touch you?
Sure.
But we'll just poke his nose, or try to.
You feel it feels like Bladebeard's nose, like your mind genuinely believes that Bladebeard is there, and is like reshaping your senses to accommodate that, if that makes sense.
His nose right here. It's all big and goopy and.
Hold that position.
His nose isn't that big.
And I'll walk right in front of Bud's finger.
I think what would happen as like Benjamin walks into Bud's finger is that hallucination Bladebeard would move away. I'm not sure.
He like normally teleports.
Not teleport, but like sidestep.
Oh, he moved.
These are very complex hallucinations.
Yeah, he's moving around Benjamin. He going over there.
Yeah, sure. So, have you told him that his girlfriend is gone?
I was just going to tell him. Bladebeard, your girlfriend is been taken and probably eaten by the fellow Stomper.
How do you think Bladebeard would react?
I mean, Bud assumes he'd be upset, like cartoonishly upset, like pulling out a tissue box and crying.
Yeah. Bladebeard starts crying.
The ogre would also start crying and pass Blaby a drink.
Thank you.
Oh, he's really upset, Benjamin. Maybe we should go back and go save her.
You should kill the fell squisher. It's the only right thing to do.
Lyri thinks we should go kill the fell squisher.
It defied you. It must be destroyed, says the Imperator.
These are good ideas. Just Bud needs plan.
Distracted while I line up the shot, cousin, says your cousin.
Okay,
readying his bow.
Cousin's gonna shoot it. He could probably do some tentacle thing. Bladebeard, you sneak on its back, and I smash its face.
Well, I hate to repeat it, but there is no one here aside from us.
We should put out a big carpet
Suicide.
and pull it out while it's standing on top of it.
We're gonna get a carpet that big.
Very wusha.
Oh, I'm a magic person, and magic people have carpets, says the Imperator.
Oh, Imperator has a big carpet, Benjamin. We could pull the carpet underneath from him.
Yeah, I just need to rub my hands together for 2.5 seconds and it'll pop up.
I just blink a couple times.
Oh, what's the plan then, Benjamin?
The plan is we're leaving. Going back there is just suicide.
But Bladebeard is sad. He never cried this much.
I say we just stay here and cry.
Now he just wants to stay here and cry.
There is no Bladebeard, okay?
What do you mean?
How would Bladebeard be here?
Wait, did Benjamin hit his head? Is he alright?
Oh, Benjamin, did you hit your head?
Must be hallucinating.
They think you're hallucinating, whatever that means.
He can't see us, I think. Did he really get hit that bad?
But why the hell are your hallucinations so self-aware?
Self-aware? What that mean?
Look, let's just go before someone comes after us.
Okay, guys. I guess we're going. Sorry, Satea. It was a very nice gothic lady. She creeped Bud out a lot. And she, for some reason, thinks she has a house, even though she's a hobo. May she rest in peace and not get eaten. Maybe she can make friends with the Fell Reaver and it'll work out. Yeah.
Larry's like in the sand building a little makeshift grave.
She's not dead, maybe, Lyri. I think.
Wait. Do you think that she and the Fell River are going to get together? Like a really good friends?
Oh, I thought you were gonna get together with her. Are you okay with that?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I better go after her.
don't do anything stupid, Bladebeard. You have a lot to live for. There's plenty of fish in the sea.
Satya may die, I sleep. Satya may cheat on me. I gotta save her.
Exactly.
This is Bud's version of Bladebeard. So Bladebeard actually might have a little bit more.
Yeah.
A little bit more honor. A little more chivalry.
It defied you. It cannot be allowed to live, says the Imperator. I'm here with my bow cousin. I just here with drink.
But Benjamin has a good plan. He knows what to do. He's smart, and he saved the day before doing it. He like leader, except he not captain. I mean, he should have a captain title because that's what all good leaders have.
Except if they're the bestest leaders, then they're imperators.
Oh yes, that too. But no one but you are as imperator. Maybe Bud be one someday. That'd be good.
If you prove yourself worthy, and grow a second head.
Well, work on that. I have 2 hands at the moment. That's good. That's good, I think.
We should explode the fell Stomper. Explode!
Well, how are we gonna explode it? Every time you explode something, Lyri, someone dies, like Bladebeard here, and he's not in a good place. He's sad.
Lyri will just be like rubbing her chin inquisitively.
Well, what plan, Bladebeard?
I say we find a ship, and then we sail and rescue Satya.
Aye!
What plan, Benjamin? They want to sail on a ship, and I don't see any oceans here.
Well, then you just answered it yourself.
Maybe if we cry enough, we can create an ocean.
Oh, well, we'd probably need a lot more tears than that.
Magic out water.
I can start. The ogre pokes himself in the eye and forces himself to cry.
Oh, ow. Oh, that look uncomfortable.
It hurt, but if we need water, I make water.
I don't know if we're gonna have enough. It might take years. That sounds like it'd take a long time to make tears.
Lyri will start magicking like water using her spells.
Oh, forgot you could do that. Benjamin, Lyri's making water, with her magic. So
Benjamin is walking away. He's having a...
Benjamin, come back. Going after him. Okay.
Do you leave your hallucinations behind, or do they follow?
I assume that I don't think I have control over when they disappear. So,
As in regards to the ogres, aka the ones I play, if you want them gone, they'll be gone.
Yeah,
okay.
Same.
Yeah, same.
I think Bud would walk away from them for now, but they can show up again at a later point. Maybe it's fun.
Sure, it is fun.
Okay.
Yeah,
Benjamin, hold up.
You sort of leave them behind as like the hallucinations probably like start making proper plans for attack, etc., etc. In your mind.
Okay, you guys plan. I'm gonna go make sure Benjamin's okay. He seems upset.
Your cousin gives you a firm nod, like, yeah.
Everything okay, Benjamin?
Or just wasting time. That's all.
Well, what are we gonna do?
Well, didn't you say you knew some place or whatever?
I didn't know this place too well, but I did meet a nice goblin lady a while ago.
Buhd, you met the goblin lady while you were a slave to the Burning Legion. If you remember.
She was, near demons, I think.
Yeah, we don't want to go near demons.
Yeah, but, she was a nice goblin lady, and, she offered to help get Buhd out of there.
Well, we're not there anymore, so what's your point?
Oh, well, maybe we could find, other people like that, maybe. I mean, Buhd stumbled on a lot of people. He stumbled on the elf, he stumbled on the goblin, he stumbled on Tamal. It like a field of people out here.
I mean, we can't just aimlessly walk around till we find the people we need, right?
I mean, we got our friends back there. They planning.
Just tell me in which direction the place you mentioned earlier is.
Place?
Yeah, when you lifted your finger, I guess.
It was south. Where we were before.
Oh, then let's just keep moving south and see where that takes us.
Okay.
Above board, there are no visible at this point landmarks that would if you head south. You're free to do so, of course. But do you do so?
Also, how do you know where south is on Outlands?
Buhd got a very good roll, and that's why I gave that information to him.
Ah, alright. I mean, there's no sun.
I mean, yeah, but shrug. Well, there is a sun actually, but that's a topic for another time.
So for now, they're going south, I guess.
Sure. Okay. I guess one question for Benjamin. Do you work on the coordinates thing that Kyrie asked you about, or
Oh, yeah, right. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I do, yeah.
can you give me a clever?
Not very clever.
Outland, Netherstorm, near Blood of Place, and Ephemerian people. Yeah, you think those are probably the coordinates, right? Maybe you need more work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you will get opportunities to try again, of course. But do you guys think this is a good spot to end today's session?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, thoughts on today's fun little session?
I think we didn't really get anything like done, but it was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. So that's what that matters.
Character stuff, I guess.
Mhm.
You guys did get stuff done in the terms of like Lyri learned stuff regarding her powers. Bladebeard received his companion, well, for a couple minutes at least. And Benjamin and Buhd, I will say, well, I won't reveal what happens exactly, but I will say that the outcome of, like, basically, you've changed the fate of the Fell Reaver if that makes sense. But I will not reveal how.
In like a couple of sessions, we'll face a Void Reaver. I'm like 90%
Oh
sure.
my god.
We will see.
So I better figure out this book in the meantime, so we can make it a Light Reaver and conquer
The doll just shows up, changes the Void Reaver into a Light Reaver, and it becomes our ally. It's gonna be like the Treebeard, I think, from Lord of the Rings, and Buhd and Benjamin will just ride on his shoulders.
As regarding the book, Benjamin, of course you can try to figure it out, but it's written in Dwarven, as we've previously established.
Oh, did we? I didn't remember that.
Yep, it is written
Yeah.
in Dwarven.
Well, if only I knew a dwarf who could read, right?
If only. Above board, Gurin does not know how to read. Just
Oh, great.
Wonderful.
I'm kind of surprised he knows his own name sometimes. Anyway, yeah, this session, like, not a lot happened in terms of like the general plot, but some stuff did happen, like with your guys' characters and the general world itself, I would say.
It was a lot of fun. That's all that matters. It was nice being able to, even in some way, I guess, interact with Buhd again.
Yeah, and it was genuinely fun seeing like exaggerated Bladebeard and a past version of Lyri. A past comic relief version of Lyri, I should add. Yeah. Also, like, your guys' plan of leading it into the Ephemeral camp was a good one, an interesting one. Not something I expected when I like said that you might be in danger of going back there, if that makes sense. So good on you for thinking of that.
That was a solid plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we lost to Teeironor.
Well, as far as we know, she's not dead, but
I mean, she might.
Yeah,
as
we'll
well
have
be.
the Void Reaver and Void City. Yeah, I'll just have to change all our like teal values to purple.
call it the Dark Reaver. It becomes enhanced by death magic.
No.
Teia just like makes a mound of like undead flesh attached to the Fel Reaver.
Like, how many companions have we lost this season? I feel like we've lost a lot.
I mean,
Tamang, John, Teia.
I will say you've lost both Tamal and John twice, at least. More than twice in the case of Tamal. So you say lost, but they can come back, maybe.
I mean,
We lost all
Tamal.
the ogres.
Oh my god. That's not gonna be fun if Buhd comes back and they're just all dead and his hallucinations are just been a lie and Buhd starts to doubt himself.
Oh no.
We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, your companions this season, I mean, they haven't died yet, as far as you know, except for that one ogre. But they're not in good shape either.
Yeah.
We need the season 1 crew back. They were the real ones.
I mean, we can always go to Damaran and pick up Meridia from prison. We can, like, get her on bail, right?
Yeah, maybe the people will stop accusing me of dating my cousin.
We should do that next session. Me and Lyri, we go to Dalaran and get Meridia to help us save Min and Buhd.
And get the Ephemeral Orb, and get Zalatea, and get
Yeah.
advertised. Yeah,
What
exactly.
about Shalom?
Yeah, Shalon's
sick.
also in Dalran. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, we check up on him as well.
Nissa did tell you that he's doing better and that he has something to tell you.
Oh yeah,
but
Him too.
yeah, he said that like 20 episodes ago or something.
And then
I mean,
they all
what's
get
that, like 2 days?
Yeah.
we get them all. We go to Netherstorm, and then they all get taken by a fell river.
Oh no. We should take like a 20-day nap after this, just so events can happen.
I mean, above board in the like general world, you guys are like couple weeks like in a couple weeks patch 5.2 will start happening, like the Thunder King patch.
Yep. We gotta grind, guys. Come on. You know what? Lyri did learn some powerful tricks this session, so she'll be ready to fight the Thunder King.
Yeah, like friend at the end. Larry believes in that now.
She's a cautious, good citizen, but that doesn't mean she's a cautious citizen who likes ogres very much.
It'd be really funny if like Lyri uses her void badge to enter Bud's mind and just hallucination Lyri and Lyri interact.
That I would love for that to happen. Kind of doubt it will, but I would love for it to happen.
Hi, I'm Lyri, Benjamin's wife.
I haven't like long time left to do the sending spell again.
When we get back to you next episode, like the very first thing is that will be finished.
Okay, so I'll know the right version of the spell.
Yep, and Goran will return to Bladebeard and all will be right in the world. Well, maybe he'll return.
He'll probably return.
About Gorin, he is if you noticed, he's a character that appeared because of my card that I pulled. The Teeironor told me to come up with a character, right? And he said that I can spread 10 points across his approaches. And I was like,
yeah, above board you guys have 19, just for context sake.
yeah, but he had 10. And I was like, so can I theoretically put all 10 in forceful and he has 0 in everything else? And Teeironor was like, yeah, sure, if you want that. And I was like, yeah, I kind of want that.
I love him.
So he's a big, dumb, very old dwarf.
Very
love
strong.
He's perfect. It was
And
funny.
he fought, he attacked me. The first session he appeared.
It was funny tricking him.
In the first session he appeared, he smashed your balls with a hammer.
Amazing.
It should have been the accent.
Oh no! Poor Bladebeard. He can't take that level of stress.
That would be a level 6 consequence, definitely. Yeah, suffice to say, when we get back to Bladebeard next session, he'll still be feeling that pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Benjamin probably felt it all the way across the universe.
I would not be surprised. But he is a very, very fun character to play. Because he's just so, like, he's dumb, not subtle, but also not, like, super impressive in terms of, like, flashy and such. He is pure strength, and that's it.
I believe you said that, like, average person is +2
Yeah.
or +1.
Like, average, like, not like an average guardsman or anything, but like an average civilian.
Yeah, he's worse at everything except for strength.
In terms of strength, he's almost as strong as like King Varian, for instance.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a legendary warrior.
Is he like a homunculus? He's kind of strange. He just appeared in the tunnels one day. Kind of sus.
I'll tell you this because Bladebeard and DoomGoblin would know as the effects of the card. the card said, yeah, you'll gain a servant that's a member of your race. They know, like, for the initial meeting, at the very least, they like, basically what happens is the card picks someone in the world and basically like forces them to be Bladebeard's servant, and they will know you have to go to this person, and that person is right over there. And that's why Gurin was woken up in the middle of his sleep, or like a semi-drunken stupor, was told to go to another planet, and then was told to go, no, you have to go somewhere in the sewers. So he went to the sewers and he got like a general sense of direction, but there's no pathway there, so he just started smashing his way through the walls to get to Bladebeard.
He's so powerful.
Still a bummer the servant isn't his son.
His getting like smashed in an ogre household thing in the Badlands. I can't believe I haven't killed those ogres yet. It's been so long.
We'll see. Yeah, may he serve you well, DoomGoblin, I suppose.
Hopefully. I mean, I thought that he would be very useful, but yeah, he's also very dumb.
Yeah, let's hope Lyri doesn't get her hands on some artifact in the finale that kills your beloved new crewmate.
Lyri would not do such a thing, not anymore. She wouldn't use an artifact to kill him.
Yeah.
Well, it's on purpose.
I mean, accidents happen is all I'm saying.
He has
Wait.
plus 10.
Yeah, he has
So-
plus 10, he'll survive. That orc lady was barely better than the average civilian, so she was just kind of waiting for to die, etc., etc.
She was also wounded, and it was a giant tornado. Lots of stuff happened.
Yeah, and that had no reason or any plot. It's just kind of a thing that happened, and we all forgot about it. So it's nice. The character just died for no reason. I do kind of feel bad.
I mean, to be fair, when I created that character, I fully expected her to die in the session that she was introduced in. So that she survived till the finale is definitely impressive.
Were you expecting the Draenei beggar to live for eternity, frozen under the sea?
Shrug. I mean, The Draenei beggar is definitely a fun case. What can I say?
By the way, what happened to the weasel? I forgot.
The last
Last we saw him, he was on the boat, right? The twins' boat.
Yeah, the last you saw him, he was on the twins' boat as the twins were charging Zul'Gulga's forces.
Oh, so he was with them.
And with Buhd.
Interesting.
Because
Yeah, and with Buhd.
basically, actually, yeah, Buhd did see that the weasel was also taken captive, because Buhd was very annoyed that the weasel was crying a lot.
Wasn't he chained up or something?
Yep. But Buhd was taken away, and the weasel's fate is at this point unknown.
Yeah, he's probably alive just to spite us.
He's probably with the rest of the Buhd people, right?
I mean, he was chained onto a ship, so there's a very, very real possibility that the ship got exploded and he just kind of sank. We really need to go back to Buhd though. I miss all those people.
Yeah.
There was a chef. There was a Vrykul.
Yeah, we
had
have
so many
a
friends.
lot of stuff to do everywhere.
It's funny that in Booty Bay, I had which is just not a small town, but a town in the butt end of the continent. I had a more diverse cast in terms of races and all that than the NPCs in Stormwind, which are certainly more than half humans.
I mean,
And
it's
Well, I mean,
Stormwind is a big fucking
anyway,
city.
is a neutral. Well, yes, but you won't find like orcs or Tauren in Stormwind.
Sure.
And like a ton of the humans live in Stormwind, so it's
Yeah.
like expected there'd be so many.
Yeah, but well, I do kind of miss the freedom of Buhd Bay in terms of like, oh, I can come up with, I don't know, Volpera, sure. I won't be able to do that in Stormwind.
True.
I mean, can't you? Are they?
I mean, if we meet anyone who's like different, it'd have to be like someone shifty from like the underground, like the Tortolan.
Yeah. We'll see. is what I'll say.
I mean, there's a goblin in the SI7. Everything is possible.
but that's like the exception.
Well, sure. One exception leads to many, I guess.
Is that a saying where you're from? One
I
exception
don't know.
leads to many.
I don't know, but I think there's like something similar to that.
Well, do you guys have any other thoughts for our viewers before we go into our shoutouts?
Other than hallucinations were the funnest part for me.
Yeah, it's actually the hallucinations were a fun way to have like the cast back together for our anniversary episode.
There
Yeah.
we go. That's perfect.
Also, fell rivers. That's mathematically impossible. What
I am
happened?
so sick of Fell Reavers.
Yeah, we should like play the lottery or something.
Wouldn't getting Fell Reavers mean that we lose a lottery?
Yeah, like
You
The-
you'd lose the lottery by like one number or something.
I would say like
And that's still plenty of money, no?
of all the things that could happen on the random encounter table, the Fell River is definitely the worst one. And yeah, this is the 6th time it's come up. Actually,
Teeironor-
technically it's the 7th time, but one time it didn't happen because it was geographically like not in the right place to happen.
Is that counting the one with Lyri as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Most of them were Buhd. Buhd.
Only one of them was Lyri.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get out of another storm ASAP, please.
You know, I genuinely believe that, oh yeah, you know, Benjamin and Buhd will be fine. But, I don't know. you know.
I believe that they're not going to be fine and that they are relying on us. We need to save them.
Is this
Please.
DoomGoblin speaking or Bladebeard speaking?
Both.
I agree.
I mean, I guess this is DoomGoblin speaking. I guess they could find someone to teleport them back to Azeroth, but they need to get really lucky.
I mean, I will say it would be like poor DMing on my part to like leave no avenues of escape for Benjamin and Buhd. So, of course, there's a way out. Maybe more than a way out. But that doesn't mean I have to make it easy.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Like, Lyri is being a good citizen, and she believes that Buhd and Benjamin are going to be fine.
I don't
is
know
that
what.
related to-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Related to
being a good citizen.
Because the
is-
whole of Stormwind is being threatened by the shadow of the Silver Mane.
Yeah, but aren't you like murdering people and giving yourself to the void and all that?
I mean,
You
al-
have to do many things to gain power. Come on.
also
I
you're
know. I don't think an upstanding citizen would do that.
also you're an upstanding citizen, but I never said like obligated you to be a citizen of Stormwind.
Likely, that's why she put the ogres into the water and tried to get them sent away because In Silvermoon,
know,
they
what
don't, want,
kind
they
of-
don't they don't want ogres walking around. She's biased.
Well, Silvermoon also hates Void, so explain that. Upstairs of Silvermoon.
She doesn't know that.
Yeah, I don't think Lyri would know about the Magister Ombrix research and all that. I don't. Maybe she would.
She should. He should have studied at school.
She expects her to study. Come on, she's of higher class than that.
Are you saying you bought your way through school?
No.
Public school is a human construct. I don't know. Anyway.
Did Buhd ever go to school?
Do ogres have schools?
Yeah, the ogres learn to fight from school or something.
I don't think the ogres have a school, no.
How do they learn how to feed themselves?
I guess just by watching other ogres.
Ogres are very, very interesting. I'm glad we have 19 of them alive. Hopefully 20 if you include Buhd.
I think it's 17 because it wasn't straight 20 ogres. I think I said it would be 18 ogres.
Oh, okay, 17 ogres.
I think. I have to check.
I was thinking, if I drop the ogre pods on someone, would that squish them?
One way to find out.
No, because I'd kill the ogre inside the pod, probably. I don't know.
I was. Yeah, I cannot answer that question. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fair.
You'd have to try it in game. A very interesting type of cannonball, I guess.
But should put the ogres in the cannonball thing, the cannon.
He shoots ogres out of his cannon.
Sure. Any other thoughts for our viewers before we go into our shoutouts?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Okay. Well, dear viewers, thank you for watching and listening to us on this coincidentally anniversary episode. Happy 2 years to all of us. Here's to many more, I suppose. Let's see what all these lovely people are up to. Starting, according to the dice, with Sir Thompshire. Sir Thompshire, could you please talk about yourself, what you're doing, what's up?
I'm not really doing anything, and nothing is up. So make sure to check me out on YouTube and on Twitter as Sir Thompshire, where, as I mentioned, nothing is really happening, but you'll be there when it does, and that's pretty cool, I guess.
It is pretty cool. Definitely. Thank you very much, Thompshire. Next, according to the dice, we would have the owner of the channel you are watching this on, Skoll Shorties. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Yes, hello, I am Skoll Shorties, you know me. And I am currently not working on too much. I am working on an animated scene for my good friend Boximus, for his machinima, and, in the coming future, I will probably work on my machinima, but not at the moment. And I guess with Dragonflight coming out, I will be streaming and playing that, and then I will focus on other projects. But yeah, that's about it for the moment.
When does it come out again?
Somewhere in November. I know the pre-patch is next week.
Noted. Okay, thank you very much, Skoll.
Yeah.
Next, according to the dice, we would have Zelris. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Hello, my name is Zelris, and I make Well Machinima and stuff on Twitter and YouTube. And that's it.
Hmm?
I should hopefully have something done one day soon. Maybe. Who knows? So look out for that.
I believe in you. Thank you very much, Zelris. Next, we would have DoomGoblin. Could you please go ahead and talk about yourself and what you are doing?
Yeah, hello. I'm DoomGoblin and I draw stuff. I'm a digital artist. And yeah, other than that, I play this game. I've been playing it for 2 years now. Pretty fun so far.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's it.
Thank you very much, DoomGoblin. Yeah. For everyone, while DoomGoblin and Zelris were talking, I had a Stormwind background on. While Thompshire and Skoll were talking, I had another Storm background on. For me, I'll have a Sea at Night background on, because this is where our campaign started, at close to the sea. And this is like the screen I used back in the day. So, I was your Dungeon Master, Game Master Teeironor. I do this series, which is a lot of fun, and I also do another series set in a homebrew universe called Legacy of the Rimland. That's also quite a lot of fun with a different bunch of lovely people. It's 17th century history mixed with real world mythology that I recommend you check out. But other than that, come on, don't fail me now, overlays, don't fail me now. There you go. Other than that, thank you once again for watching and listening to us. We will be back most likely next week on Sir Thompshire's channel, and we shall see you there. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.